Okie fucking dokie. A quick little live stream, nothing too crazy, nothing too serious. A miserable Saturday night in the UK. It's raining, it's dark, it's wet. So I thought, why not do a little live stream? There's actually some boxing on right now, but let's be honest, yeah, that card is absolute dog shit. I'd rather not watch it, to be honest. I might watch the Avenisian fight, but that card is full of mismatches, so why bother? Why bother? We know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen. So fuck that shit. I'd rather just bullshit and talk to you guys, man, than watch that shit. But hopefully you guys are enjoying your Saturday night or afternoon or morning, whatever you are. Hopefully you're not doing anything I wouldn't do, which doesn't leave much, but nevertheless, hopefully you guys are having a good time. Let me just close this shit right here. Let's get rid of that. Iceman in the house. Big up to Iceman. Salute to Official Scorecard Boxing Science. Great dude. If you've not checked out Official, I highly recommend it. One of the nicest guys I've encountered on the YTBC. Knows his stuff. Great at breaking down fights. All-round good guy. Shout out to Official every single time. Yeah, he's not watching it either. I don't agree, man. I don't agree. Reese Mason, good evening, Del. Hope you're doing well, brother. I'm doing good, man. Yeah, I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. You know? That's the way you got to look at it. I need to be more glass half full, you know? But yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. It's been a decent day. It's been a decent day. Not really done too much, to tell you the truth. I was going to record my Dillian White Otto Wallin prediction today, but I didn't really get round to it. I've done a video for the second channel, but I never got round to the Dillian White one. I might do that tomorrow. I might even upload it tomorrow. Big up to Iceman. Salute. Again. What's up, Del? Brandon says, what's up, Del? Did you hear the investigation in regards to the Olympic robbery? What are your thoughts? Yeah, that's 2016. I'm not surprised, man, because on the face of it, it was extremely fishy. That games had so many bad decisions. Vasily Levitt against Evgeny Tishchenko, in my opinion, was the worst. That was absolutely horrific. Michael Conlon, of course. Joe Joyce versus Tony Yoka. Even Tony Yoka versus Filip Hrgovic. I felt Yoka lost both of those fights, to tell you the truth. There was a lot of bad decisions in 2016. So, listen, man, some of those fights were downright robberies, and if they change the results now, fair enough. Fair enough. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yes, regards to the channel, what's the deal with Eubank's opponent? All I heard was that he failed a medical. Obviously, he was a late-minute replacement. And yeah, apparently he's failed a medical. So is that a brain scan? Is that something to do with the weight cut? I've got no idea, bro. I've got no idea. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, exactly, Iceman. No use complaining. Who's going to listen? Exactly, bro. We got to make our own luck in this world at the end of the day. We got to make our own luck. We can't sit here and complain and wait for things to get better. Ultimately, you know, it's down to us. It's down to us, especially as men, right? I think that whole, you know, there's a whole section of men these days in 2021, the younger generation, which I'm a part of, unfortunately. But, you know, a lot of people expect things to come to them without necessarily having to struggle or work hard. Do you know what I mean? Like, you got to make your own luck. And if you can't make it, at least you can say you tried. But most people don't even try. Everyone's complaining. Everyone's upset about something. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, that was a horrible robbery, bro. Brandon, horrible. Yeah, Levitt got fucking jobbed. He got jobbed. Haitian Sensation, big up to you, sir. Crawford versus Porter. Wilder versus Fury. Jamel Herring versus Shakur Stevenson. Nevalete versus Joey Gonzalez. White Wallin, Plant, Canelo, Benavides versus Uskatigi, Rosado Munguia, Golovkin Murata. The schedule so far is fire. Yeah, there's some good fights there. There's some really good fights there. I'm looking forward to Crawford Porter, obviously. That's going to be a great fight. Even Wilder Fury, the third fight, I'm not going to lie to you. Did I really want it? No. But now it's here. Now it's happening. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it for what it is, you know? Jamel Herring versus Shakur is very interesting. I love that fight between Golovkin and Murata. There's some good fights there. Yeah, no notification, man. YouTube are fucking me right now. But yeah, that's just YouTube for you, Chris. That's YouTube for you. Yeah, Figueroa Fulton. That's one of the best fights of a lot. Great fight. I think Fulton will be a bit too cute for him. A bit too versatile. I'm taking Fulton on points, but Figueroa, he's a big dude. He applies pressure. He throws a lot of punches. He hits relatively hard. That's a good fight. It's a good fight. I'm good, Chris, man. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yeah, if they changed the results of all of the robberies, they would have to run that Olympic tournament again, as it should have been Hrgovic eliminating Yoka. Exactly, official. That's what I'm saying. It's very hard, in retrospect, to change the medal standings in the tournaments. So, like you said, man, like Hrgovic beat Yoka. I agree, and Joyce beat Yoka. So what? How do you work that out? It's much easier said than done. And honestly, who would want to receive a medal 5 years after the fact? Mike says, big up Dell, loving the boxing channel and fascinated by the second channel. Yeah, the second channel is going not too bad. It's not going too bad. We got our first sponsor the other day, which was pretty interesting. I just got to hit a certain target in 45 days, and yeah, that'll be interesting. And I got all types of people sending me some fucked up videos, man. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I had to record one today because there was one recent cartel video. I had to fucking make a video. So, yep. They should fix all of the Olympic robberies, Golovkin, Roy Jones, Mayweather, etc. Joshua would probably lose his gold medal. Exactly, bro. Slime Entertainment. Savon beat Joshua in the first round. Yeah, exactly. Big up Dell. To be fair, the world is degenerating at a rapid pace, but there's hope if you really search hard for it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have to make our own luck. Sometimes we have to think outside the box to get to where we want to go. My fear, is to be like 10 years from now and still be working for somebody else. That's my fear. Like, my whole goal right now is to somehow, some way work for myself, be my own boss. I know there's a lot of pressure in that, but ultimately, at least I'll be like 100% responsible for my own being, kind of thing. If I fuck up, I fuck up. I pay the consequences. But we'll see. We'll see. You know, if you want something hard enough, it can happen. And I fucking want it, so we'll see. Does Caleb Plant make it past 9 versus Prime Golovkin at 168? No, Polka Dot. I don't think so. I don't think he makes it past 9 against David Benavides, to tell you the truth. I don't rate Caleb Plant at all. Reese Mason, I'm actually pretty excited for Fury versus Wilder 3. In my opinion, this will be the most competitive fight out of the 3. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man, for what it is. Listen, I get to see Deontay Wilder get arse whooped again, or Tyson Fury gets knocked out. I don't like either guy. I don't like either fan base. So either way I win. I think the Wilder fans are worse, don't get me wrong. But either way, I dislike both guys, so I could give a fuck who wins, honestly. And yeah, man, I'll enjoy it. And the card is really good. Frank Sanchez versus F.A. Ajagba. Great fight. Kawanaki versus Hellenius 2 is going to be fun. You know, you've got Edgar Berlanga on the card. Jared Anderson. It's a good card. It's a good card. Del, who would you say are the most technically gifted fighters? Sorry, who would you say are the most technically gifted out of these fighters? Lomachenko, Floyd, Whittaker, Tony, Andre Ward. In my opinion, Floyd is first, Loma second, Whittaker third, Tony fourth, and Ward fifth. I totally agree with Ward in fifth. I totally agree. Top three, in no particular order, is Floyd, Tony, and Loma. Whittaker was slick. He was very slick, but he done a lot of shit that's not really technically correct. Ducking below the waist, like leaning back with his hands down. Yeah. But yeah, it's a hard one, J9898. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. Like when you say technical, James Toney springs to mind, honestly. Yeah, Savon versus Joshua, another terrible one. Spence versus Andre Zamkovoy. And also Andrade versus that South Korean guy in Beijing, although I dislike Andrade. Yeah, sponsored by Adidas. That's it. Now, big up to official. I know you watched the second channel. Yeah, that video was gnarly. I'm not going to lie. That was gnarly. I bet Floyd still wants that gold medal. Yeah. I'm just saying from my perspective, yeah, if I was an athlete, like a boxer, and I got robbed in the Olympics, I couldn't really take pride in having a gold medal 5 years later. My moment was robbed at the time. I don't think I could really enjoy it. I'm just talking from my perspective, but maybe people see it differently. You know, everyone's different. But yeah, there's a lot of guys who would take it. Yep, if Kinahan gets assassinated in Dublin, I hope Unrivaled sent you the video to make a video on that. Yeah. Big up to Daniel Kinahan. I'm not sure about that, Slime. I thought that was a genuinely close fight, the final. I felt that could have gone either way, to be honest. I'm not particularly bothered about that one. It was the first round fight against Savon. That's the one Joshua lost. Oh, really? See, I can't talk about that, bro, because YouTube now are banning anybody who are anti-needlecraft, so I can't really talk about it. But if you could put in the comments who are those players, that'll be interesting. And big up to Bryant Jennings as well, by the way, because he's refused and he's lost a big fight because of that. But he stood on his principles, and that has to be respected. So big up to Bryant Jennings. Exactly, E-Machines. There's that as well. Yeah, exactly, Iceman. But it's just I don't know, man. I think it would suit me better. But I need to get in that position. That's the main thing. Working on it. Yeah, I think Frank Sanchez wins that fight, E-Machines. I do. Basically, how I see that fight is, for as long as Frank Sanchez is standing and boxing, he wins the rounds. If he gets hurt in a round or gets dropped, he'll lose the round. But every round he doesn't get dropped or hurt, I think he wins the round. And ultimately, it's just whether he can make the distance. I think he's got the skill set to do so. He's a better boxer. He's more experienced, greater amateur pedigree. I think I've got Frank Sanchez winning. I know that's an unpopular take, but a lot of people are picking what's his face, a Jagba in that fight. For me, the Roy Jones Olympic robbery is hands down the single worst robbery in boxing. 86 punches landed to 32. I think one of the 5 scored it against Roy, so it wasn't a unanimous decision. Yeah, that was crazy. Big up to Nordic every single time. And also big up to Jim McDonald Boxing, a regular. Fight Media 360, he's got a channel as well, by the way. Check him out. Good shit. Good shit. Nordic's got a channel as well. Check him out. Mad Chad. Big up to Mad Chad every single time. He's got a channel also. Plant-based boxing every single time. Salute to you, sir. Yeah, gold medal in the post. Man, Johnny Nelson's a fucking idiot. Johnny Nelson's a fucking idiot. I think he just says it for clicks, to be honest. I think he's just basically trolling at this point. He can't be that fucking stupid. He can't be that fucking stupid. But there you go. Who knows? Okay, it's not known yet, but there is big panic about 5 of the main England players. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. Johnny Nelson was an average guitar player. You know, Johnny Nelson has lost the plot when Adam Smith had to be the voice of reason. Yeah. So right now I work in finance in the motor industry. That's where I work right now. And it fucking sucks. My last job was all right, actually. I quite liked my last job. So I worked in car leasing previously, and that was all right. It wasn't the greatest money, but the working environment was great. This job pays better, but fuck me, it's tedious. It is tedious. Yeah, Adam Smith, man. Adam Smith, man, was going to send him to his basement. I loved seeing the reaction of Gareth A. Davis when Usyk beat AJ. I was happy. Fuck Gareth Davis. Yeah, Gareth Davis is a fucking cheerleader for any British fighter, Brandon. FA at plus 175. Okay. Oh, it's up there. Bad Nasher, it's up there with the US. The US and the UK are the worst in the world when it comes to judging and officiating. It's embarrassing. But, you know, you still get British fight fans point to other countries and say, oh, look at Germany, look at America, you know, and they act like the UK is like this bastion of fairness when it couldn't be further from the truth. No, thank you, official man. Yeah, some of those videos are gnarly, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like they're hard to fucking watch. They're hard to watch, but I don't know. I can just kind of compartmentalize. I would never cover a case in which I know I couldn't handle. I know there's shit out there that I couldn't handle, so I'm not gonna touch it. But regular cartel stuff and things like that, I can stomach that just about. I can stomach it just about. Messed up though. I'm leaning towards Dillian White, but I think it's a good fight. It's a good fight. I'm going to do a watch out. I'll do a prediction video in the next few days on that fight. I like that fight a lot. The 90s. I like it. Big up to Jiho Park. Nice to see you, bro. Being a boxer and being a boxer makes you pillow-fisted, asks Tim Bradley. Yeah. I just bit my fucking tongue. If you don't let somebody inject something into you that you know nothing about, then you are a tinfoil hat wearing basket case. Welcome to 2021 life. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, what I heard, plant-based boxing, was they're going to ban people who make a lot of content on that subject matter. So if you mention it in passing, more than likely nothing will happen. But it's channels who basically consistently cover that content. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. But, you know, I trust the government, you know. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I trust everything they say. I believed that Iraq had WMDs, you know. I believe my government. I'm starting a new job next week. It's a boring job and I'm not excited about it, but the money is good. That's the main thing, Nordic man. And congratulations as well, bro. Good for you, man. Good for you. That's good shit, bro. As long as the money's good, that's decent enough, man. Yeah, they are. They are, Jim McDonald. Who's the good cop though, Jim McDonald? Who is the good cop in that situation? Fuck me. Jesus. They are worse than Germany. Absolutely. Yep, Tony Bellew, man. That guy's a fucking asshat, honestly. Tony Bellew. Yeah, I mean, there's no... listen, robberies can happen anywhere, but like Russia, for example, for the most part, they're actually really, really fair. I've seen like 1 or 2 robberies in Russia in like the last 10 years. I've watched a lot of Russian cards in the last 10 years, all the way back to Box Nation, and I can't think of many robberies. The one that springs to mind was Kudryashov against some journeyman, believe it or not. That is really the only one I can remember. I can't think of many others. I felt the Liam Smith-Kurbanov fight. I think Liam Smith won the fight, but it wasn't a robbery. But there's very few I can think of. Germany definitely got a few wrong back in the day, but was it to the extent people made out? Probably not. I have White in the top 5, but his position could easily be dislodged. Who all would you pick over White outside the top 5? Interesting. So outside the top 5, who would I pick to beat Dillian White? Who would I pick to beat Dillian White outside the top 5? Controversially, I think Murat Gassiev knocks out Dillian White. You might think I'm crazy, but I'll say that. I think Tony Yoka would have a very good chance of beating Dillian White if his chin stands up. Filip Hrgovic, I think, would beat Dillian White. There's a few guys I think have a chance against Dillian outside the top 5. Yeah, Nordic Warrior retiring from the Chippendales. Oh yeah, no doubt, Bad Nasher. In terms of like the videos that are released, cartels are levels worse than ISIS. Not even a debate. I'll be honest with you, Bad Nasher. Some of those ISIS videos look fake. To me, they look fake. Like, you see the cartel videos, they're like gritty, grimy. Yeah, the cartels are worse, man. Easily. Yeah, I heard that, Iceman. See, me personally, I could never get into The Sopranos. I'm not a big TV series guy. I've not really got the attention span, I guess you would say. And to me, I tried to watch The Sopranos, but it was just too cliche. Do you know what I mean? It was too cliche. If I want to watch mafia content, I'll stick on The Goodfellas or Godfather 1 and 2 or Casino. You know, that's what I'll put on. But Sopranos wasn't for me, to be honest. And I'm not going to watch that movie. No way, Jose. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, being a vegan makes you pillow-fisted. Yeah. Del, when you used to box, what would you say was the hardest thing about it for you? And what would you say was the easiest thing? For me personally, the hardest thing about boxing was outside the gym. So running, you know, keeping in shape, keeping fit, like running, working off my own back, I found very hard. I'm not going to lie to you. In the gym, I loved hitting the bag. I loved pad work. I loved sparring. I didn't like skipping much. I'm not going to lie to you. But when I was in the gym, you could put me there for 5-6 hours. I'd stay there. But outside the gym, I was terrible. I was terrible. I didn't have the discipline. I didn't have the, I guess, passion, I guess you would say. So, yeah, for me, it was outside the gym. And you felt that in the gym. If you're not running outside the gym, you're not working outside the gym, it comes back to bite you in the gym. If you're having a long sparring session, you'll feel it. So that's what it was for me anyway. Not really keeping in shape outside the ring. Yeah, not surprised. Every single movie these days is infused with some sort of political, message. I don't watch movies anymore, rarely anyway. I watched the new Halloween movie that's going to come out soon. What's the worst UK decision in recent years? Ritson Vasquez, Adelaide Sakalowski, Hatton Martinez have to be up there, surely, yeah. I think Ritson Vasquez was really bad. Really bad. I remember a few years ago as well, Ricky Burns, Ray Beltran, that was bad. Those two you mentioned are bad. There's been a lot, man. There's been a lot. Oh, yeah, Jihadi John, yeah. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh yeah, Julian Assange is an absolute hero as far as I'm concerned. But you know, that guy mentally right now, I'd imagine is in bits. I'd imagine he's in bits. He's not going to live, man. That guy's not going to be alive in 10 years' time, Brandon. I don't think so. He'll get COVID or something and he'll die. That's the truth. But yeah, he just exposed the wrongdoings amongst our governments. That's all he did. And they want this guy dead, basically. Bad Nasher has to be corruption, in my opinion. The simplest way of describing it when it comes to bad decisions is pattern recognition, right? If it was incompetence, you would see B-side fighters get a lot of robberies as well, but you don't see that. 9 times out of 10, 19 times out of 20, it's the A-side fighter who gets the rub of the green. Now, if it was purely incompetence, it'd be a lot more split in regards to who got the bad decision. But it's not that way. So, make your own assumption, but I think it's corruption. Just pattern recognition. Oh yeah, Jihadi John, yeah. Jihadi John. The thing is, though, those ISIS videos, not many people are interested, I'll be honest. I tried an ISIS video and it didn't do that great. I say that, it done all right. It got like 60k views, but it didn't do that great. Avenisian, yeah, Avenisian's fighting Liam Taylor. I think Gassiev, stylistically against Dillian White, would have a great chance. He's a great counterpuncher, Murat Gassiev. He's a great counterpuncher. I think, Mad Chad, I think Otto Wallin in that fight, if you're a gambling man, he's worth a little bet. He's worth a little bet, I'd say. But I think Dillian wins. And Joe Joyce, yeah, Joe Joyce. I think he'll take apart Dillian White as well. Good shout. Jim McDonald, he says Big Joe Joyce steams them all apart from Fury and Usyk. You might be right, bro. You might be right. I do like watching Joyce fight. The Sopranos was amazing. I could not get into it. Yeah, the whole idea of mob shows and movies is kind of overplayed now, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I liked Narcos. That was good. But I'm kind of into that anyway, so it is what it is. But yeah, the whole like Italian mob thing is just played out. We've seen it for decades now. You can't really do anything new with it. The whole, like the Italian mafia thing, you can't really do anything new with it. We've seen it all. Like Casino's a great movie. Goodfellas, great movie. Godfather 1 and 2, great movies. You're not going to beat that. You're never going to get on that level again. So, yeah, it's one of those. Sopranos best sitcom. I can't fucking speak. I've had a few beers, by the way, if you can't tell. Sopranos the best sitcom ever. Yes, hit the like. Dillian shite. I did a boxercise class once. You get some hot women there, though, Joe Blow. You get some hot women there. I can't fucking speak. Mate, I failed already, mate. I'm sitting here with a can of fucking Stella. I failed already. Heimlich. I failed already. Big up Cone Gate, the fake Cone. The not fake Cone. Big up to you. Oh, yeah. It's crazy. Like, the numbers in Mexico right now, like, I think, like, last year there was 32,000 murders in Mexico, and they reckon, like, 2/3 of that was cartel-based. It's fucking crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Oh, yeah, Callum Smith, John Ryder. Another one. Yep, great fights, the not fake Cone. So Adam Kawanaki versus Robert Hellenius is a genuine 50-50. That could go either way. Kawanaki could get knocked out early again, but if Kawanaki gets through the early rounds, I think he'll take out Hellenius late on. Hellenius doesn't have the greatest gas tank, and Kawanaki does have a good work rate, so If he can get through those early rounds without getting knocked out, I think Kawanaki's got a great chance. Gun to my head, I'm picking Kawanaki. I made a prediction video ages ago for that fight, and I picked Kawanaki. I'll stick with it. And as for Sanchez and Jagba, if the way I see that one, if Sanchez can stay away from the right hand, he'll outbox F.A. Jagba. Yes, sir. Cracking cans like I'm shooting a Foster's advert. Rocky Fielding stopped Stell in 20 seconds. I'll tell you what, man, after that Canelo performance, skirting board, I could make a round, I reckon. I could make a round. How tall is Rocky Fielding? Is he like 6'2", 6'3"? I'm 6'1". I could get on my jab, move around a bit, you know. There was a report that this on the CIA. I'll start again. There was a report that the CIA wanted to kidnap and kill Assange. If this was a third world country like Syria or Iran doing that, the US would call war. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, I remember that official. I remember that. Gassiev hits hard as well. He does. Yeah, he's got great timing also. So would you say you followed the Ricky Fatton school of training when you boxed? So if so, that's understandable. There are plenty of boxers who balloon up in weight in between fights. Yeah, it's not even... I never put weight on. Like, even today, I could do a month here with no training of any kind, not exercising. I could eat shit, and maybe I'd put on like 4 pounds. I've got a retarded like metabolism, so in regards to weight, that was never a problem. But it's keeping sharp outside. It's keeping your stamina up, you know, keeping your cardio up. That was what I struggled with. I didn't really have a dedication outside. Oh, yeah, they're both heroes, man. Either way, doesn't matter. Conor Benn is not going to take that fight, Cone. He's not going to take it. Eddie Hearn basically said as much. He's not going to take that fight, unfortunately. The doors have opened for Bill Gates and his GM shite in the UK now. He's making big moves in Africa. Probably the last person you want to take medicine from, a eugenicist who wants depopulation. Yeah, I mean, look at Bill Gates' family line. Like his dad was a eugenicist, right? But you know, it is what it is, man. You've got your shit together. The 90s. That's all that matters. What sort of content gets to you? For me, anything with animals, I just cannot look at. Spoiler: if anybody hasn't seen it, but the dog dying in Mad Max 2 still upsets me. Yeah, I've never watched that before, to be honest with you, Mike. I agree. Like the whole animal thing just gets to me as well. I couldn't really watch that. I know that sounds really weird considering, but yeah, I know what you're saying. But in regards to what I've seen so far, I mean, there's certain things that like get under your skin. Like Funky Town was a really bad video. That kind of got under my skin for a bit, but like nothing's like got to me super bad. Yes, Carlito's Way was a great movie. Excellent movie, plant-based boxing. I personally felt that was better than Scarface. Scarface is great, but Carlito's Way was a brilliant movie. When I was young, I preferred Scarface. As I got older, Carlito's Way is a better movie, more story-driven, not quite as like bombastic or extravagant, but it's a great movie. What was your biggest strengths and weaknesses in the ring? In comparison to my weight class at the time, so at the time when I was properly training, I was like a welterweight and I was 6'1". So I was always stronger than most guys I was sparring, and you know, I was pretty decent at keeping range. I was awkward. I was tricky. I was hard to hit clean, and I hit pretty hard with my straight right. So my main strength was being awkward, hard to time kind of thing. But my weakness was my inside game. I had to clinch. And I couldn't take a good body shot either. I'm not going to lie. Never heard of it, Chris. Never heard of it. Yeah, in a war, cartels would destroy ISIS in a week. The USA should have employed the cartels and fly them out there. Easy work. Yeah, probably. You're probably right, bro. You're probably right. Yeah, two rounds went missing on that fight. Yeah, the Ricky Burns fight, Zlakatishin. Yeah. So Surfshark is like a VPN service where you can remotely connect your connection to anywhere in the world. So, for example, I'm in the UK. If I set my VPN to America, I can then access geo-blocked content. So I can access, for example, Netflix USA in the UK. Like Netflix UK is shit, but if I can just switch on my VPN and go to Netflix USA and I get much better content. And also it's, good for security, harder to hack and all that shit. Basically, yeah, it's an internet safety thing. Yeah, I watched a couple of fights early on, Bruce. I watched the Riakporhe fight and also Linus Adofia because he's from my local area. And yeah, but it looks slick. It looks slick. Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure they still operate skirting board. I'm sure they still operate. Yeah, the biggest robbery in modern times was putting Deleu versus Cleverly 2 on pay-per-view. Oh yeah, 100%. The Italian mafia are all about. Sorry, the Italian mafia. The Italian mafia are still about. They work with the Albanians in Europe and Britain. Yeah, like the Albanian street gangs in the UK are pretty major. Like, I would never fuck with an Albanian. I swear, every single one of those guys can fucking fight from birth. They're some mean dudes, man. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of Albanians in Luton. I would say Indian, Brandon. I'd say Indian. I've got Avenisian in that one. I'd say Briadis, the not fake cone, but it's a great fight. I'd say Briadis, though. Oh yeah, that was a complete setup, skirting board. Complete setup. Absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Again, controversial take, but I never liked the Rocky movies. Controversial. I would take Dorticos, but I wouldn't be shocked if Machunu kind of spoiled and boxed his way to a decision. That's actually a good fight, Brandon. That's actually a good fight. Oh yeah, Nordics movie reviews were great, man. I've got no idea who Chelsea Manning is. I'm not going to lie to you. Collateral with Tom Cruise is a great movie, even though it's not really a mob movie. Yes, just finished my work, got my food ready, and I see a blue collar stream. Beautiful. Big up to Hidden Ape every single time. Big up to you, sir. Yeah, Hidden Ape man is he actually made my channel banner on the second channel, so big up to Hidden Ape. Yeah, I've seen that one, Sparks. I've seen that one. Yeah, ISIS, they do get a bit creative. They do get a bit creative when it comes to that sort of thing. But again, like the cartel ones are just so much worse. Like sponsored by Adidas is bad. Funky Town is bad. Ghost Rider is fucking bad. I saw a video today which was fucking bad. Like, just different levels, man, honestly. Big up to John Gonzalez. Straight out of Texas. My man, John Gonzalez. America's Most Wanted in 10 years' time, trust me. When I used to box, I was the same way. I was at heavyweight and I was a lot bigger than everybody, so I would just jab, clinch, like Klitschko. But when I moved up to super heavyweight, I fought scared. Damn. So you're a big dude. Yeah, G-Man. It looks slick, G-Man. So I watched the Reactpool fight and I watched Linus Adofia. It looked slick, but yeah, I wasn't feeling the fights, so I turned it off. I might watch a replay of Avenisian tomorrow, but yeah. But it looks good. I have NordVPN. I can access geo-blocked content. I live in Sacramento, and I can watch channels in Los Angeles and the Bay Area. Yeah, exactly. You can do what you want, really. You can do what you want. I thought he looked pretty poor, Jared Thompson. Robotic, one-dimensional. I know he's been out a couple of years, so he needed rounds, but he didn't look great, in my opinion. I think Chris Billum-Smith would beat him in a rematch. Big up to Unrivaled. Great channel, by the way. Unrivaled Boxing Talk. Excellent channel. He's much more active now again. So if you guys haven't checked out Unrivaled, excellent channel. We go way back. Spoken for years now. He's always showed me support. So check him out, man. Great channel. Yeah, Albanian gangs in the UK are fucking lethal. Yeah, that's got Tom Hanks. That's got Tom Hanks. I've seen that. It's decent. It's decent. I don't know who Freezing McBones is, bro. Oh, is he that Mike Tyson wannabe? I do know who he is, but I've not seen that sparring footage. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Mike. AJ versus Usyk. I didn't care who won, even though Usyk has made me a total fucking fanboy of me now. But even though I feel like you in not liking either Fury or Wilder, Fury winning is far better for boxing. I think I would agree with that. Yeah, he's out of prison now, I believe. Avdan Til Kurtzidze, yeah. So yeah, I never liked them, Nordic. I never liked them. I much preferred Raging Bull. That's a good movie. Yeah, neither do I, J9898. Like, Raging Bull was a good movie. But apart from that, I'm struggling, to be honest. Dorte Kosakole would be a great fight, Jared. That would be a great fight. I'd say Eku Esserman wins on points Jiho Park, but it's a good fight. Heard of it, never seen it. That's what I'm saying, John. As a boxing fan, I just find it hard when it comes to boxing movies. Like a boxing movie that, a boxing movie that is a good biopic of a fighter's life, maybe I could watch that. That's why I like Raging Bull, about Jake LaMotta. But yeah, like that bullshit Hollywood, nonsense, like Rocky, it's not for me. It's not for me. And I never grew up with it either. No, Harvey, no. No. Yeah, that made me, yeah. But to be honest, Nordic, I didn't really feel any type of way about it. It's horrible to watch, but that dude they did it to was a scumbag as well. So, yeah, there you go. It's one of those things. But yeah, horrible. Yeah, Machunu's underrated. Yeah, he's a good cruiserweight. He's really well conditioned. He's awkward, hard to hit clean, lovely jab. He's a shorter fight. He's basically shorter than most guys he fights, but that jab is so fucking potent. I agree, Jared. Yeah, I thought Reactpool looked stiff and robotic. How the Fury fans describe AJ. Yep. Big up to Felipe. Salute to Felipe. Felipe's a regular, man. Big up to Felipe. What up with it? Big up to Triple J. Salute to Triple J. I like that name, by the way. That's hilarious. If Wallin beats White, then we get Fury Wallin 2. Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, he's shit. Yeah, basically, he's shit. In an ideal world, Usyk beats Tyson Fury. Sick of Fury Wilder. 2 twats, the pair of them. I agree. I totally agree. I've stopped watching it, bro. I've stopped watching it. Yeah, boxing movies suck. I agree. That has to be a parody. That has to be a parody. That's a parody account, I know. Raging Bull was meant to be artistic more than a realistic boxing movie, but it's very good. Yeah, exactly. Endgame. Exactly. Like it's filmed in black and white. I can't. I don't like black and white movies, but I loved that movie. Yeah, Dave Allen the movie. Fucking hell. Ghost Rider. Yes, sir. Don't watch it. Just don't watch it, man. It's fucked up. Got to admit, I grew up watching the Rocky movies, so I have a soft spot for them. Saying that Halim No Ipo is much better than the Rocky movies. Never heard of it, bro. Probably not Felipe, man. I'll watch a copy the next day, maybe. Can we find a fucking stream? Could I watch it in the background, maybe? I don't even know what channel it's on, bro. I think it's on Sky Sports Main Event. Live stream. Let's steal some content while I do a live stream. What's not to like about that? Let's have a look at it. Oh, some broads fighting. No, I'm not going to watch that shit. I've got a stream though. Big up to BG London, the man who likes to like fucking cremate some steak. Look at this guy, man. Big up to BG London though. Every single time. Does White have a rematch clause against Wallin? Not sure. Big up to the Luton Indian girls. Yeah, man. I've told you my story about my Indian girl in Luton, which I fucked up. Yeah. Bleed for it. I've never seen it. Bleed for this. Never seen it. Aren't all the cartel gore videos for victims? Sorry, aren't all cartel gore videos for victims scumbags though? They don't tend to target innocent folk and murder them on camera, do they? I'm not clued up on them. So it depends. Like someone like Sinaloa, the Sinaloa cartel won't really fuck with innocents all that much, but like CJNG will. They wouldn't do it on camera, but they'll try and forcibly recruit people and shit. And if they say no, they'll kill them. So yeah, they do fuck with innocent people. They'll kill innocent people, but they won't record that shit on camera. They record the shit that they want to put out there, like killing a rival, you know, or killing a snitch, whatever. That's what they'll put out there. But yeah, they do kill innocent people. Like Sinaloa is like I guess they operate more so like the mafia used to. They have some sort of like I guess you would say boundaries. Like they very rarely go for kids or women, but like CJNG will kill anyone. So same with Los Zetas, Los Viagras, United Cartels, La Familia Michoacan. These guys will fucking kill anyone who they don't like. So it's a fucked up situation. Avenisian's a penguin. Who do you think is more overrated, Anthony Joshua or Wilder? I personally think Wilder is grossly overrated. I would say I would say Wilder is more overrated than Joshua. I actually think Joshua is a good heavyweight. He's a decent boxer puncher, does the basics well. He's big, he's strong, he hits hard. And I think he can be a better fighter. I do think there's some untapped potential there. But he obviously, by mainstream media, he has been overrated. By his fanboys, he has been overrated. But when you say somebody's overrated, it doesn't necessarily mean you're saying they're a bad fighter. I don't think Joshua is a bad fighter. I think he is a good heavyweight, a top heavyweight, but he's definitely been overrated. But Wilder has definitely been more overrated, in my opinion. Never heard of it, bro. Never heard of it. Nordic Warrior, the movie. Dave Allen is making a comeback, but he's vowed to only fight at British level from now on. I won't be interested, but he seems to be in a better place, yeah. He wants to fight Alan Babbage, yeah. What's more likely, Evgeny Tishchenko rising to the top of the cruiserweights or Gassiev becoming a top-tier heavyweight? I think Tishchenko can really box well. That's a hard one, Jiho Park. That's a hard one. I think Tishchenko can become a world champion at cruiserweight. I know he had his setback, but I think he can become a champion. Can Gassiev become a champion at heavyweight? I don't think so. Not currently anyway. I do think Gassiev can beat contenders, but can he become a champion? Probably not. So I'd say Tishchenko. I heard Marku signed with Boxer. Interesting. That's a good signing if they've managed that. I swear you've heard the Luton Indian girl story, BG London. I swear you've heard it. I swear you was here. But yeah, basically, in short, this was back in my college days. I was kind of friendly with this chick at college, and, you know, one thing led to another. She invited me over to study. Went to her house. It was empty. You know, we were studying, talking, blah, 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 blah. One thing led to another. You know, we got down to business, and halfway through, her family came back, and there's like loads of them, and we heard them downstairs. So I had to finish, like not finish. I had to like just fucking hide in the closet basically, and wait till her family went to sleep essentially, and then I had to leave. So I couldn't even finish. I was fucking sitting in a cupboard for like 2 hours, in a wardrobe, sorry, for like 2 hours. And yeah, and she had like the fattest booty I've seen, man. And I couldn't even finish. Couldn't even finish. And yeah, after that, I never really spoke to her much after. But yeah, that was fucked up. Yeah, I agree. I don't like rematch clauses. They should only be available for champions. I mean, I don't like rematch clauses in mandatory situations. I think that should be completely outlawed. That's bullshit, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm not a fan of rematch clauses either, to be honest. I understand sometimes it's needed, but big up to Cannon. I bet the Luton Indian girl's a fatty. No. She's not. She's not. She wasn't. She might be now, but she wasn't at the time. She was thick. She was thick. But yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, I got disturbed. Her family came back, and obviously she was like religious and that, so she couldn't be seen with me. You know, some pasty white boy. But yeah. Lost Viagra sound well dodgy. Did they bum people for 4 hours? They're fucked up, man. Gassiev's good, but he's a bit stiff. Yeah, he is a bit stiff, but he's got good timing and he hits hard. That's a good fight, you know. I'd watch it. I think Wilder probably beats him though. I think Dillian White's a better stylistic matchup for Gassiev. They're more of a similar size. Like Dillian, I could see Gassiev timing Dillian, but I think Wilder's a bit too long. Yeah, he's a fucking big lump, Gassiev. Yeah, it wasn't hilarious at the time, man. I got clowned for like time by my friends at college. I got clowned hard. Yeah, no second date really. No second date. Maybe I didn't do a good job. I do think Gassiev has reasonably good potential at heavyweight, but we've yet to see it come to fruition due to promotional issues and inactivity. Hopefully, Gassiev really starts to build some momentum. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I want to see Gassiev fight again before the year's out. Maybe like a Christian Hammer type would be ideal soon for Gassiev. Oh, was that the guy who kept on shouting "Brilliant AJ"? Joby Clayton. Okay, I thought it was Rob McCracken. Gassiev Joyce. I got Joyce. Joyce outworks him. Maybe even stops him late. How do you think White versus Wallin plays out? I'd say White in a competitive fight, maybe on points or late stoppage. That's what I'm thinking right now anyway. Indian women like white guys, though, yeah. Like, Indian women to me are like completely hit and miss. Like, they're either banging or like not so much. Like, there's no in between for me. Do you know what I mean? But I'm a man of the people. Like, I'm Mr. International. You know what I mean? Like, I've really not got a type. So any chick can get it. Big up to Levi. Salute to Levi Khan. Yeah, I can't say no more. Lovely. I've got no idea what you're talking about, Levi. There, I've got no idea what you're talking about. I'm not gonna lie to you. If Wilder loses to Fury, he should take out his anger on Roadman Killer Dillian White. I'd love to see that fight, BG London. Deontay Wilder, Dillian White. I'd love to see that fight. If Wilder loses again and Joshua loses again, why not Joshua Wilder? You know what I mean? There's still some great fights. Like, Joshua could lose again, Wilder could lose again. There are still some great fights for those guys. And a couple of wins, man. They're back in the mix. I am from England, Heimlich. I'm from England. I've been told that. Apparently, I sound like L-Dog. I've been told that he's from New Zealand. Al Heyman will be doing everything to keep that WBC title in the USA. Maybe. Tales from Cowden Beef. Mr. Worldwide, like Pitbull. Yeah, Wilder's massively overrated. He's fought one good fighter and he got spanked twice. Then blamed everybody except himself. So I don't like Wilder. His fans are stupid. He'll lose again and they'll freak out, laugh out loud. Oh, dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Wilder beats White. I agree. I think I'd pick Wilder. You and L-Dog sound nothing alike. Tell me about it. I agree. But I've heard so many people say I sound like L-Dog. I think Chisora gives Wilder a harder stylistic fight than Dillian White. Dillian would be a relatively routine KO, while Derek would be a problem with his head movement, cross guard, and body punching. You might be right. But again, that's another fight. Chisora Wilder. Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Taxi drivers in London kept on thinking I was Scottish. How can you confuse a Scottish accent with an Irish accent? I don't understand it. Sup, Julio? G-Man Boxing, Fury Wilder. It's hard to like either guy. Yeah, exactly, G-Man. It is what it is, isn't it? I'll enjoy it for what it is. I might actually go and watch that fight with my mates, have an all-nighter, get some beer in, get some takeaways in. That's if I can get fucking petrol, obviously. But yeah, I might watch that fight out. Wilder takes White's head clean off his shoulders. I think I would agree. If Fury wins, I like to see Fury versus AJ fight next. Fury might stop him, but AJ has a better chance in that fight, in my opinion. 2021 Fury versus AJ, Usyk versus Joyce, and Wilder versus White. I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, saying you and L-Dog sound the same is like saying a Scouser and a Brummie sound alike. Yeah, I can't hear it, honestly. I can't hear me and L-Dog sounding the same. I'm Scottish. Oh, dear. D. Jefferson in one stream kept calling you L-Dog and I couldn't stop laughing. Yes, sir, the can man. Any chick can get it. Any can get it. Wilder should fight in the UK. He's known here. It's an untapped market. I'd like to see it. Listen, Wilder's a clown, but I enjoy watching the guy fight. And even if he loses again, there's a lot of fights out there I want to see him in. Honestly, I'd be rooting for Wilder against Dillian White. Just for the lols. I'm not going to lie to you, yeah. Part of me wants to see Wilder knock out Fury, just like for the carnage. Like, I could give a fuck about that fight in terms of who wins. Yeah, I think his chin's got worse, Sparks. I think Dillian White's chin is getting worse fight by fight. He got knocked out by Joshua, obviously. And since then, he's been hurt by Hellenius. He's been hurt by Parker. He's been hurt by Rivas. He got knocked out cold by Povetkin. His chin is not getting any better, put it that way. I'm thinking of watching the whole card, but my mates are having a house party next weekend. Choices. Yeah, I know what you're saying, G-Man. Like, sometimes you want to stay in and cover the fights. But on the flip side, you know, you have to enjoy yourself as well. You know, like watching fights with your mates is a real good thing. I've always enjoyed it. I love watching like big boxing events with my friends. There's no better way to watch boxing than having your mates over, getting a few beers in, takeaway. Nothing better. Nothing better. I won't be buying any PBC fights since they fucked over Castano and Pac-Man. I hope the rumour is true that Fox have ended their involvement with Heyman for good. Yeah, it's looking that way, DJ Big Leg, because they had the first option on Canelo versus Plant. And that's now on Showtime. So I wonder. See, what I heard a while ago that Fox were furious with the PBC because of Wilder Fury 2. They was expecting it to do a lot bigger numbers. I think it done like 800k, 850, something like that. And basically it just about broke even, maybe even lost a bit of money. And Fox were furious. They was expecting big numbers. And it never happened. That's what I heard. And apparently the relationship hasn't been right since. How true that is, I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, odd question. Do you play video games? If so, recommend me something. I mean, occasionally I'll play Football Manager. But that's really it. I've not really played a game in a long time. I've played a bit of DayZ. That's like a zombie survival game. I've played a bit of that as well, but I don't really play games that much these days. Yeah, I agree, Sparks. Wilder's one of the most entertaining clowns in recent memory. Part of me is rooting for him against Fury just for chaos's sake. Exactly. Did you hear about that police officer who murdered that girl? He used petrol to burn her body, sick bastard. There's already a petrol shortage. Dear. You funny bastard. I said a long time ago, White fights for a title, he'll be shot. Sorry, I said a long time ago, by the time White fights for a title, he'll be shot born. I agree. Didn't Wilder come over here once to show support for somebody? Was shown love by the UK public, got home and called everyone racist for liking AJ more than him. Guy's his own worst enemy. Yeah, exactly. That's a good idea, actually, Bump of K. It's a good idea. See, my plan is, Bump of K, when this new boxing game comes out, ESBC, that's when I'll start fucking playing some games again. Ideally, I want to play some of you guys. I want to play other channels, that kind of thing. Like, I'd love to set up a tournament when this boxing game comes out, where like maybe it's like 8 people in the tournament, like a World Boxing Super Series, and everybody puts in $5, $10, whatever it may be, and the winner takes all, basically. I think that'll be pretty cool if we could get some guys together to do that. And also maybe I could do some live streaming where I play that game online and fucking rage. That'd be good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that boxing game, ESBC. It's coming out quite soon, apparently. You'll miss Wilder when he's gone. The crazy shenanigans is entertaining. It is, yeah, it is. They announced Wilder for the boxing game, did they? I know they announced. They've announced so many fighters now. They've announced so many fighters. they've got all sorts in that game, like all sorts of fighters, like fucking, like loads of legends, current fighters. It's looking good, man. It's looking good. Can't wait for it. Wilder went from likable to idiot when he joined the PBC. Yeah, ESBC looks good. It looks good, man. Yeah, Wilder's scuffle with Saunders in Nando's is a legendary boxing moment in my eyes. ESBC looks rough, not going to lie. There's going to be microtransactions all over the place. No way they're going to get such a big roster without compromising somewhere. They've got a beta coming up soon, I think. Yeah, I'm hoping it goes well, bro. I'm hoping it goes well. Because I want a boxing game to really kind of, get invested in. I'd love to play some of you guys on it, but it's figuring out what platform to buy it on, really. But yeah, if we could do that, if we could, do some tournaments, that would be great. That would be great. Like maybe 8 people, everybody puts in $10 and the winner takes all. That would be pretty fucking good. That would be pretty fucking good. Something like that. Or just me just fucking streaming that game online. Like trash talking people, getting fucking whooped and raging. You never know. We could end up with Wallin versus Usyk for undisputed. Who the fuck knows, man? I've been playing the old Spider-Man games lately. I played the first one on PS1 when I was a kid, man. I remember that. I do remember that. Yeah, it's got a good roster. It's got a good roster. I've been banging out Fallout New Vegas recently. Never played it. Saying we haven't had a good boxing game in ages. I hope we don't have to pay 500 quid for the whole roster. I'm only paying 20p for Wilder. Yeah, a good boxing game would bring a new generation of fans into the sport. Yeah, if it does well, yeah. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping, Jared. Hopefully it's got crossplay. Yeah. I agree. Yep, that's a good shout, bro. 20 quid entry fee. And yeah, winner takes all. That'd be fucking great. That'd be great. Like, we need to do that, though. When that game comes out, like, this whole boxing community needs to, have a bit of fun, come together, have a few games, do a few wagers. That'd be fucking good. That'd be good. My favorite game the last game I truly played was Red Dead Redemption 2. I enjoyed that. That was good. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, Wilder's in ESBC now, but yeah, I'm hoping it's good. A great video game, could bring in new fans. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many fights I want to do on that game, man. Like they've got a great roster, man. Even like some random ass fighters, it's looking good. Yep, that was Fight Night Champion. Yeah, Fight Night Champions. David Hay on the front. Yep. That was actually quite a good game. The only thing with Fight Night was that the roster was so like shallow. It was really shallow. Yeah, that's true. That's true. See, that's what I'm debating right now, GB, is for me to play it on PC. Because I've not got a TV right now. I don't pay for a TV license. I don't watch TV. I tell you a lie. I've got a TV, but it's shit. I want to upgrade. But yeah, I play most of my shit on PC. So I'm hoping it's got cross-platform. I'd literally buy an Xbox just to play with you guys, or a PS5, whatever. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, whenever ESBC releases, I just hope that there'll be voice clips which you can use to taunt your opponent. I'd love to torment someone with Bellew screaming while playing online. Oh, dear. That's another thing I really hope for as well. So you can talk to the person when you're fighting them online. So you can like talk shit to them, like trash talk. I'm not sure. From what I understand, Jared, they're not going to do an official release date. They're just going to work on it until they think they're ready. So they're not going to rush themselves, basically. Oh yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 was a great fucking game. Great fucking game. Again, I've not been much of a gamer for like the last 10 years, to tell you the truth. But Red Dead Redemption 2 was a fucking brilliant, brilliant game. That's the best game I've played since the first one. Like Red Dead Redemption 1 was great. I'm tempted to say Red Dead 2 is better, but it's extremely close. They're basically on the same level. They are really good fucking games. Really good games. Del Boy's type are Latina and Eastern European women that can't speak English. Listen, bro, that sounds rather ideal. That sounds rather ideal. All she needs to say is yes, and we're good to go. We're good to go. But yeah, I do like my Eastern European women, my Latina women. Listen, I like women. What can I say? What can I say? Yeah, it can't be any worse than the UFC games, yeah. Mortal Kombat 1 was mind-blowing back in the day. Before my time, BG London, before my time. I remember Eddie Chambers went mental on Facebook because Hayes' stats on Fight Night were ranked higher than him and the Klitschko's. Yeah, I do remember that, yep. I do remember that. Yeah. Frank Warren better be in the game, going to spam the shoulder roll. Never played it, bro. Never played any of them. Never played them. Never played them. No way, focus on creativity. No way. If I had to work in boxing, focus on creativity, it would be like as a matchmaker, you know, working for a promoter, matching prospects on the way up. That's what I'd like to do. If I was working in boxing, that would be my job. That would be what I'd be best at, in my opinion. But yeah, I couldn't be a trainer. No way. An advisor, maybe. But I think my ideal job in boxing would be a matchmaker. Never heard of it. No, I have heard of it. I've never played it. I want Adam Smith's commentary for the next boxing game. Bellew's bomber tattoo isn't a reference to the Manchester bombing in any way. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Yeah, I can't wait to spark out Ali with Campbell Hatton on the new boxing game. If he stops him, it'll be late on, Levi. If he stops him, it's late on. What's this live stream saying? Anna Woolhouse is looking like a skeleton, man. I don't get the hype for Anna Woolhouse. She's too scrawny. Like, she looks like a skull with, like, skin on it. I know that's what a human head is, but, like, she literally looks like a skull. Like, man, her face is jacked. Yeah, didn't Frank Warren get shot once and take a flush punch from an angry Mike Tyson? If he's in the game, his chin's going to be granite. Yeah, Frank Warren, man, he's a tough dude. He's a tough dude, old Frankie boy. He's a tough dude. No, I played GoldenEye. I did play GoldenEye as a very young kid. I liked that. I liked all those James Bond games back in the day. But what was there? Nightfire, GoldenEye. Well, there was a few games back in the day. Nordic, man. I think we might be at the main event in this Sky Sports gaff in this on this Sky Sports card. I could do a little live commentary, an impromptu live commentary, but who knows? I can't wait to see how they fix body spamming on the new boxing game. Fight Night Champion had an issue with that. Yeah, I never played Fight Night Champion online that much, and when I did, I got fucking wrecked. I know I'm going to be shit at the new boxing game when it comes out. I know I'm going to be shit, but it's going to be good fun. It's going to be good fun. Out of that roster so far, when it comes to heavyweights, I'll always be like Vitaly Klitschko. Not gonna lie, that's gonna be my go-to. It's gonna be Vitaly when it comes to heavyweights. Yeah, too many games get the social justice treatment now. Last of Us 2 remastered. Sorry, Last of Us remastered. Sorry, Last of Us 2 was pure trash. Hope they don't do that with Dying Light 2, which comes out. I played the first Dying Light, but it was actually alright. Yeah, the guy failed a medical, yeah. I hope pretty much every active boxer besides Nico Ali Walsh and Campbell Hatton are added to ESBC. I knocked somebody out on Fight Night playing as Manny Pacquiao, but I still got robbed. Yeah, someone once said playing as Joe Joyce will be like playing with input delays. I was great at round 4, but online. I was great at round 4 online, but terrible at champion. Yeah, they're showing Josh Kelly get squashed with upbeat music. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. That's true, BG London. That is true. I'm going to call out certain uploaders for this ESBC game. I'm going to call out certain uploaders. Like Mark, Unrivaled, he can get it. It's going to be fun though, man. On round 4, I used to school people with Malinaji. Champion or lost, even with Isaac Frost. Yeah, Isaac Frost was so overpowered. So overpowered. Yeah, Boa Holyfield, great shout. Yeah, Mike Tyson was overpowered as well. Yeah, like spamming the body. Yeah, spamming body punches. Let's have a look at this roster though. So there's so many names, like legendary names. You got Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard, Joe Fraser, Rocky Marciano, Joe Lewis, Floyd Patterson, Jack Dempsey, Riddick Bowe, Larry Holmes, Jack Johnson, Jake LaMotta, Vladimir Klitschko, Vitaly Klitschko, Julio Cesar Chavez. Currently, you've got Canelo Alvarez, Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, Lomachenko, Terence Crawford, Amir Khan, Sergey Kovalev, Marcus Maidana, Josh Taylor, Juan Francisco Estrada, Roman Gonzalez, Caleb Plant, Povetkin, Sean Porter, Malinaji, Zucan, Linares, Regis Prograis, Virgil Ortiz, Nonito Donaire, Oscar Valdez. You got Chris Algieri, believe it or not. You got Callum Johnson. You got Lucien Bute, Conor Benn, Diego Corrales, Jaime Munguia, Gabe Rosado, Israel Madrimov, Lucas Brown. Fucking hell. You got Akhmadaliev, Joe Joyce, Sergio Martinez, Edgar Berlanga, Callum Johnson, Vidal Riley. You got some good names here. And there's loads of names I didn't mention, like fucking Eric Morales, Nigel Benn, Danny Jacobs, Frank Bruno, Roman Gonzalez, Marco Antonio Barrera, Mickey Ward, Vinny Pazienza. You got some good names here. Josh Warrington. You got Johnny Nelson, George Groves, Tommy Morrison, John Real Casemiro, Sonny Edwards, Kid Galahad, Anthony Crolla, Scott Quigg, Chris John, Robert Hellenius, Joe Smith Jr. They've added loads of names. Charlie Edwards, Enzo Macronelli, Jason Maloney, Badu Jack, Daniel Gill, Jordan Gill, Shane Mosley Jr., David Lemieux, Lerone Richards, Bektemir Melakuziev, Lee McGregor, Michael McKinson, Anthony Mundine, Javier Fortuna, Jason Rosario, John O'Carroll, Lyndon Arthur, Florian Marcoux, Hopi Price. They got so many names here. Dmitry Bivol, Andrew Maloney, David Adelaide. There are so many names here. And there's names I didn't mention. Exactly. That'll be a right laugh for 90s. Yeah, that'll be a right laugh. See, what would be great, I know it couldn't happen, but like a winner stays on type of format, but I can't stream other people's like screens, if that makes sense. Like, let's say I start by fighting the 90s. Let's say the 90s beat me. It'll be great if I could then stream what he's seeing, if that makes sense, and just talk over it. That'd be sick. I agree, Mike. Yeah, Campbell Hatton's going to be a better streamer than at the game than actual boxing. Yep. If you ever host a tournament, be sure to get Porky's Corner and the YB involved. Would be great, laugh at everybody. Yeah, that'll be the goal. Is to do a tournament and just have a fucking laugh, man. Have a laugh. Get a bit of money involved. Not too much, just a little bit of change. It'd be hilarious. Lucas Brown, Badal Riley. Yeah, what did you think of Callum Smith's knockout? Looked, yeah, brutal knockout. Great knockout. Great to see on the eye. Yeah, man, he looked good. And by the way, this main event's about to kick off. Liam Taylor, what's his name? Liam Taylor versus David Avenisian. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, official. I've got a PC which I could play it on, but I don't think many people are going to play it on PC. That's the problem. Yeah, I used to do that as well, official. I used to do that as well. But yeah, David Avenisian's coming to the ring. One thing I will say, this new Sky Sports look, it does look slick. The ring looks good. The entrance ramp looks good. It looks slick. It's early days though, because they don't have that matchroom connection anymore. They're going to have to build again. But it looks good. The card's been pretty shit though, from what I've seen. But I do like Avenisian, so shall we do a little live commentary for this fight? I would say Liam Taylor is mid-level domestic level, if that makes sense. Like I'd say English level, maybe low-level British. He'll get smashed. And Liam Taylor, from what I remember from watching him fight, doesn't like it to the body, which could be a problem against Avenisian. I agree, Jared. I agree. I take Avenisian by stoppage. I'd say mid-rounds, maybe 4, 5, 6 rounds, something like that. Liam Taylor looks like something out of Train Spotting. He looks a bit of a crackhead, but yeah, I think this guy's going to get smashed. Avenisian's going to do a job. Are you guys? Any of you guys know good free boxing apps for boxing on Fire Stick? I've not used Fire Stick, bro, so I'm not sure. I could drop you guys a link if you want a link, but I'm not sure whether you guys can click it. Hang on. If you guys want a link, I'll just put one in the chat. There you go. Dell is supporting piracy. Okay, yeah, they're just doing the introductions now. I do like Avenisian, though. I like watching Avenisian fight. He's a consummate professional. Always comes to fight, aggressive, decent power. Defending his European title yet again. This is like his, what, 4th defense? He's just waiting for a big fight, Avenisian. Can't seem to get one right now. So why not stay active against this sort of guy? Why not? Yes, I would say so, yeah. Florian Marku beats Liam Taylor, yeah. I need to turn the fucking radiator off, the boiler off, hang on. Oh, we're back. Right. They're about to go. Here we go. First round. Avenisian comes out relatively aggressive. Liam Taylor boxing behind the jab for 1-2. Touching the gloves of Avenisian. Nice tight guard. But Taylor's trying the straight punches down the middle. Looks quite active, which is good. But Avenisian's catching him on the gloves. He's trying to catch Taylor's straights and then come back with his own. He's switching stances, Avenisian, kind of, subtly going from orthodox to southpaw. Good body shot by Liam Taylor. Good start by Liam Taylor, Not a bad start. Looks quite sharp. Not too much has got through, but he landed a good body shot there. Most of his straight shots are landing on the gloves. So I like to see Liam Taylor aim that straight right a bit lower to the midriff. Good body shot by Avenisian. Taylor comes back, fighting in the pocket. Both guys having a bit of success. But Taylor looks quite sharp. Good body shots there by Avenisian. Uppercut. Liam Taylor's on the ropes. Liam Taylor can't sit on the ropes. Good uppercut by Liam Taylor, though. Good little start to this fight. Good right hand by Liam Taylor. Lovely uppercut, Avenisian. Left hook, Avenisian. Putting some shots together. Avenisian clearly is the much stronger man here. Liam Taylor's giving up his height and reach, man. Oh, lovely right hook by Avenisian. Left uppercut by Avenisian. Liam Taylor's on the ropes. Taylor's throwing back, but not too much is getting through. Good jabs by Avenisian, forcing Liam Taylor back. Oh, left hook by Avenisian. Big shot. I think he's hurt. Left hook to the body, Avenisian. Uppercut, Avenisian. Liam Taylor sitting on the ropes, stationary. He's trying to fight with Avenisian. The wrong idea. Liam Taylor's best shots are the straight shots. And he's hooking with Avenisian. And it's just too sloppy. Lovely straight right to the body, though, from Taylor. But Avenisian jacks the jaw with an uppercut. Lovely shot. Down goes Liam Taylor, right hand, overhand right. Poor tactics by Liam Taylor. He's in here with a pressure fighter, and he's fighting his fight. But Avenisian going for the fucking finish already in the first round. Avenisian teeing off on the ropes. Liam Taylor fires back, sees the round out. 10-8 round. Avenisian. Yeah, this fight isn't going 12, man. Oh, you're ahead of me, Jared. Yeah, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Yeah, Avenisian kind of fucked him up in that round. I do like watching Avenisian fight, though, man. He's good. He's a good watch. That was a good round, though. It's a good, fun round. See, that's what I'm saying, though. Avenisian, man, this guy's must-watch TV. He's good to watch, man. Bro, get him in there with Conor Benn. Good round. Second round. Taylor trying to box behind the jab now to start round 2. That's the right idea. Another left hand by Avenisian, though. Bang on the chin. Like, Liam Taylor's fighting totally the wrong fight. Just fire and fire with fire. That left hook to the head and body from Avenisian, tremendous. Nice right hand by Liam Taylor. Overhand right by Avenisian. Good right by Liam Taylor. Straight right down the middle. Oh, Avenisian teeing up, like loading up with that left hook and missing. Avenisian times Liam Taylor's low lead hand with his right hand. Liam Taylor will throw the jab and bring it really low, and Avenisian can time that so easily, and he's done that a few times. And now Liam Taylor's fighting in the pocket with Avenisian. Avenisian he looks so much stronger, varying the attack from body to head. Overhand right by Avenisian, left hand by Avenisian, but Liam Taylor comes back firing away. Liam Taylor's here to fight, you know. Right hand by Liam Taylor. This is a good round. Another good round. It's a good fight. Oh, left hand by Avenisian. Straight right to the gut by Liam Taylor. Both guys are just teeing off, man. Looping right by Liam Taylor. Uppercut by Avenisian. He needs to stay off these ropes, Liam Taylor, because Avenisian just works him over every single time. Double left uppercut by Avenisian, followed by a right hand. Oh, right hand by Avenisian. He subtly switches between southpaw and orthodox Avenisian. He almost shifts the way he applies pressure. Left hand by Avenisian. It's over. The referee called it. Liam Taylor was on his feet. I thought they could have let that fight go on a little longer, to be honest. The referee was very quick to stop that. Liam Taylor got caught by a left hook and caught again. Like 2 flush shots. He was definitely buzzed, but it's a European title fight. You got to let it go a little longer. But Avenisian, really, Liam Taylor was fighting valiantly, but Avenisian was well in charge. He was landing the harder, more hurtful shots. He was stronger. By the way, this ringside doctor looks pretty fit, you know. Avenisian thinks so too. Yeah, she looks pretty fit, you know. But yeah, good performance by Avenisian. Yeah, it's over. Yeah. Yeah, good little... Listen, it was a 2-round fight, but it was fun. I mean, Liam Taylor came to fight. He fought for wrong tactics, but... You know, it was exciting. I thought it was premature, though. I thought it was premature. Yeah, he was definitely stunned. Jiho Park, definitely stunned. He was hurt. But yeah, really, that was only going one way. But, you know, we're all degenerates here, man. We want to see a brutal knockout. But yeah, Avenisian, far too good for Liam Taylor. I want to see Avenisian versus Conor Benn. Even Avenisian versus Michael McKinson is a good fight. But, you know, who's going to want to fight this guy at this level? Who's going to want to fight this guy? But I do hope Sky give Avenisian more time, more fight dates, because he's a good watch, Avenisian. Yeah, it was an early stoppage, but Taylor has 0 chance to win that, so not bothered by it. I know what you're saying. A bump of K. Avenisian puts Conor Benn and Michael McKinson in hospital. I would agree. I would lean towards Avenisian in both fights. I agree, Jamstar. Stop too early. I know he was on top. I know Liam Taylor is like levels below, but at the same time, it is a European title fight. You know, but I enjoyed it for what it is. Yeah, that's his fourth defense. I think that's his fourth defense. So he beat Leharaga for the European title. He then beat him again. He then beat John Del Rio. He then beat Josh Kelly. Now he's beat Liam Taylor. That's his fourth defense of his European title. Fair play to Liam Taylor though. He came to fight. If Edward put Ben in there with Avenisian, he'll gain a tremendous amount of respect from me. Ed's comments before the Granados fight aren't encouraging though. Yeah, exactly. Geo Park. He basically said that he's not going to put Conor in any 50-50 fights anytime soon because his numbers are really good and they want to develop him. Yeah, he won't get the Ben fight after that performance. No way. Yeah, if Ben fights Avenisian in the next year, I'll do a Kelly Maloney. I do like watching that guy fight, though. He's a great watch. But he's a real European champion, David Avenisian. Like you get some European champions who are a little suspect, I'll be honest, but Avenisian is a genuine European level fighter. I would say fringe world level. You know, not quite top 10, but maybe top 15. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind seeing Avenisian fight maybe someone like Josecito Lopez just for a exciting fight. Avenisian post-fight interview. Is he going to call out Conor Ben? Is Avenisian Armenian? Like, I know he's based out of Russia, but he looks Armenian to me. Yeah, Avenisian's happy. Wants to see his family. But I mean, that's a good story though. Like Avenisian, he's trained by Kyle Greaves, managed by Neil Marsh, based in the UK. So his training camps are all in the UK. And you know, obviously that's a long time away from his family each time. So the guy's putting in his sacrifices. And fair play to Neil Marsh for giving him a chance. He's done a great job with David Avenisian, getting him opportunities. He's done a great job. But yeah, big up to David Avenisian. Yeah, Avenisian he's a good European champion. He's a good European champion. Josh Kelly rematch? I think Josh Kelly's going to fight at 154. Jared. Is Avenisian with Sky long term? I remember when Matchroom was still with Sky and Hearns said after the Kelly fight that Matchroom owed him one more fight. Interesting. Okay, Armenian Russian, yeah. Fuck it. If Avenisian goes on a GGG like run where he just demolishes a lot of fringe contenders back to back, I'll tune in. Avenisian's premier content, yeah. Yeah. Armenian origin, yeah. But fair play to the guy, man. Like he moves away for his training camps to the UK, spends a lot of time away. Gotta respect that. You gotta respect that. And yeah, Neil Marsh, man. I've heard a bit of Neil Marsh on like Boxing Asylum podcast. He seems to really care about his fighters, and really, and he really fights for them, kind of thing. We saw that with the Josh Kelly build up. You know, like Neil Marsh was gunning for his man. So yeah, big up to Avenisian and his team. They're talking about fighting at world level. So yeah, basically they're saying if they can't get a big fight, they're just going to keep on defending the European title, which is what they should do. Because without the European title, this guy's not going to get any fights. That's a good test for Ennis. That's a good test for Ennis. Why not? Why not? And this guy deserves some sort of payday as well, as far as I'm concerned. I like seeing fighters just get opportunities, you know, guys who aren't really fancied or well known. I like what I'm seeing with Avenisian. It's good. It's good to see, man. Yeah, and he's thanking his team now. There you go. It's a nice story what they've done, how they worked that situation. Yeah, big up to Avenisian. Yeah, the Kardashians will be proud Armenian. Yep. Do you know what? I actually agree. Bump of K. I agree. I think Avenisian is better than Jeff Horn ever was. You know. Yeah, Mean Machine knocked out Avenisian in I think it was like 8 rounds. It was a good fight though, but yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch though. I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch. Why not? He's European. Could be a European title fight. I think right now, you know, that's a different fight. It's a different fight. Like back then, Avenisian wasn't on the form he is now. He didn't have that momentum back then. So if they rematched, that's a good fight. That's a good fight. Yeah, BG's a funny dude, man. The only thing about BG, like I said earlier, the guy doesn't know how to cook a steak, you know, which is questionable. But no, he's been a big support on this channel for a long time now. So big up to BG London, man. Big up to BG London. But yeah, I enjoyed that fight, man. I always enjoy Avenisian. See, I'd love to see the Conor Benn fight, man, because if Conor Benn could pull that off, it's a great win. I know this is wishful thinking, but I'd love to see Avenisian fight the winner of Jamal James versus Butayev. That'd be a great fight for Avenisian to rise in the ranks as well. I agree. And I've got a funny feeling Butayev's going to beat Jamal James. Jamal James is a really tall, long welterweight, but he gives away his height. And Butayev is a really good body puncher. I think that's going to be a war, by the way, Butayev and Jamal James. That could be a fight of the year contender. Because Jamal James is in good fights. And put those two guys together, I think that could be a bit of a war. But I'd agree. I'd like to see the winner. I agree, Nordic. I agree. Jeff Horn was just a weight bully like Hurd at 154. I agree. Again, yeah, they could have easily stopped that. Easily. They're doing Crawford Porter promotion. Yeah. Interesting though with Sky Sports now. How are they going to get on? I mean, the card wasn't great. It has to be said, full of mismatches. But ultimately, it's a fresh start. It's going to take time. I think what they'll try and do, they'll try and sign some of these Olympians. That's going to be what they need to do. They need to get some of these Olympians and build a stable kind of thing. Start from scratch. But like, it looked good. The ring looked good. Like, the production looked good. One thing I'll say about Sky, and I noticed this the other week when Joshua and Usyk were fighting, the level of production is levels above the zone. Like, levels. Like, that show looked great. It looked great. That whole Usyk versus Joshua card looked great. The stadium, the pyrotechnics, all that shit looked great. So, yeah, man. We'll see. I hope Sky do well. We need competition. Did you see Hearn's list of Oh, fuck, I got a little pop-up here. Sorry. Did you see Hearn's list of Conor Benn's opponents, all washed and were not noted punchers? Guys like Algieri. Why is it they never mention... why is it they never go near punchers with Ben? Weak chin? Yeah, I've suspected that for a while, G-Man. I've suspected that for a while. Like I heard Algieri being mentioned. I heard Robert Guerrero being mentioned. I mean, come on, man. These are bad fights. They're bad fights. If you want to fight a gatekeeper, why not Josecito Lopez? That's a good fight. Josecito would give him some work. Josecito can punch a bit. He's not shot yet. He's a bit past his best, but he's not shot. So has Marku actually signed with Sky? Because that is a good signing. He does sell tickets, Florian Marku. He does sell tickets. And again, I know a lot of people don't like Florian Marku, but I quite like him. See, like, for me, Florian Marku is what Alan Babic is trying to be in regards to, like, the gimmick. With Alan Babic, it just looks like an act. But Florian Marku, I think that's who he truly is. I think that guy's a nasty piece of work, which I kind of like. But yeah, Sky have been showing boxing for over 30 years. They have experience and know how to put on a good show. Yeah, exactly. Ben has a glass jaw. His old man only got by because he was a cokehead. That's the truth. That was embarrassing. Yeah, Al, that was embarrassing. Yeah. But yeah, that's what they need to try and do. They need to try and sign a Fraser Clark, a Ben Whittaker. That's what they need. They need to try and do that. Yeah, Hearn could be very cautious with Ben due to that Pianord fight. It's definitely plausible, even though I do think Ben has been improving. Yeah, Ben has definitely got better. He's definitely improved as a fighter, but there's a long, long way to go. There's a long way to go. Yeah, Huey Fury, now I'm a man. Yeah, I suspect Ben has a poor chin. That French guy, you could even see his punches had no snap. Not like a journeyman who can punch. Yeah, exactly. Alan the Savage Babic, the movie. Yeah, I noticed that as well, Bump of K. I noticed that as well. Alan the Savile Babic. That's what we're going to call him from now on. Yeah, I think Sky need to open up to more promoters. That's a good idea. Prodan beat Marku. I disagree. I thought it was closer than the commentary team made it out to be. I had it like maybe 6 rounds to 4 for Florian Marku, 7 rounds to 3, that sort of thing. Yeah, they worked with Roran for years, maybe a reconciliation down the line. Yeah, I mean, DAZN are trying to buy BT Sports. Now, if they don't want BT's boxing content, then yeah, you could see Frank Warren going back to Sky. So did I, bro. So did I. But he came back and he fought a couple of like real low-level journeymen and he got a couple of wins. So yeah. I like Babic, but damn, he's an accident waiting to happen. Yep. Yeah, I saw that as well. Mr. S, I saw the Riakporhe fight. It wasn't great. I saw the Riakporhe fight, the Lioness Adofia fight, and the main event. That's what I saw. because Linus is from my local area. He's from Luton, so I thought I'd watch him fight. He seems like a nice kid, Linus, but I can't see him beating Felix Cash for the British title. I can't see him winning that fight. That's a good shout, G-Man. To be fair to Mick Hennessy, people shit on Mick Hennessy, but like his Channel 5 main events, for the most part, they're always bangers. They're always bangers. I know they're lower level, but like they are some great fights. Like that last Sam Eggington fight was a great fight. You know? One thing about Mick Hennessy, he knows boxing. He does know boxing. He's worked with a lot of talent over the years, man. He's worked with a lot of talent. De Gale, Froch, Eubank Jr., Darren Barker. Like the guy can spot some talent. Tyson Fury, obviously, from like day one. It's a good signing. Yeah, Felix Cash is interesting. Bump of K. Yeah, Riakporhe is boring as hell. Maybe it's the opponents. Yeah, he's just too one-dimensional, BG. Mick Hennessy's a proper boxing man. I agree. Yep. Richards Pitters was a great fight. It was. Dillamangi versus Ziani was a great fight. Eggington versus the French dude he last fought was a great fight. Yeah, what's the deal with Cash and Hearn? So what's the deal with Cash? Hearn does not seem to be sold on him. Perhaps we overestimate Bentley because I always thought Cash was basic at best. Yeah, I think we did, G-Man. I was convinced Bentley was going to win that fight, but fucking Felix Cash went in there and destroyed him. So I'm not sure what the deal is with Felix Cash. I've heard a couple of things that he's not all that dedicated. And I saw him at one of the fight camp shows and he looked fat. He looked big. Like, I don't know how that guy makes middleweight, to tell you the truth. So maybe Hearn doesn't trust him. I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly, Jiho. Gotta respect Mick Hennessy. Like the guy keeps on trying. He keeps on trying. Yeah, Hennessy doing it with a minor budget. Yep. Big Mick, aka the fastest hands at the buffet. Yep. Mick matched Froch so well, he did. See, Mick Hennessy is listen, we take the piss, but Mick Hennessy knows his boxing. He knows his boxing. He's one of those guys you could actually like. There's a lot of guys who work in boxing that I don't feel like you could actually have a conversation with about boxing. I don't think they know all that much. But Mick Hennessy's one of those guys, he knows his game. He knows the sport. Ole's turning into a Leeds legend with his bizarre tactics. I can't argue, bro. I can't argue. He's a fucking PE teacher. Saint. That's what he is. Oh, big up to Brian Harkin, by the way. Salute to Brian every single time. One of the nicest dudes on the YTBC. Spoke to him on a few live streams in the past. Really, really, really good dude, man. Big up to Brian every single time. Every single time. Yeah, to be honest, I don't really want to see Sam Eggington fight anymore. He's taken way too many punches already. To be honest, though, he sounds okay. He doesn't sound like he's punchy or anything like that. You know, some guys can just take more than others. I mean, look at Jake LaMotta. He lived till he was like, what, 95, 96? And he was so sharp, even in his 90s. And he took tremendous punishment. Some guys can just take more than others, you know? Maybe Sam's one of those guys. I'm not sure. Hope so. I hope so, because he's taken a lot of punishment. Oh, yeah, no doubt, yeah. Good boxers have gone through the Hennessy stable, yeah. James DeGale, another one, yeah. Yeah, I've heard that as well, and I think he had a fight penciled in on Fight Camp. Maybe Hearn thinks, why should I work hard for you when you don't do it for me? Yeah. Dennis Hobson, yeah, he worked with Ricky Hatton. He did. Nick Hennessy, Shades of Ali, I'll never forget. Greatest quote in the last 10 years. Yeah, so Al Siesta, he's another guy. If I could, he's one of those rare people in boxing I'd like to have a conversation with. Seems extremely passionate, thinks outside the box. Like he tried to do like a show in like Belarus and Russia called Cold Wars, and he tried to match UK fighters with like Russian fighters or Eastern European fighters, and that whole concept was really, really interesting. And obviously the Smith Kurbanov card was really good. The guy's got a lot of potential as a promoter. He's a great salesman. He looks the part, but you know he's not really got the backing. But I like Al Siesta a lot. So he's a Russian who's based in Southampton, I believe. But yeah, I do like Al Siesta. I do like Al Siesta. Oh, Man United, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Nordic. Yeah, remember when Hearn poached Froch from Mick right in the middle of Super 6? That must have been a hard blow, yeah. Yeah, he's definitely got better, Eggington, yeah. He's good fun. He's good fun to watch. Yeah, Florian Marku. Big up to Florian Marku. I like Florian, man. I know he rubs people up the wrong way, but I like Florian. I think he's good fun. Eggington's taken a beating, yet he sounds fine. Guys like Scotty Cardle sounded awful and have not taken as much yet. Yeah, Lou DiBella, Dennis Hobson, Mick Hennessy. Yeah, he beat Thea Payne, yeah. Yeah, I'll always respect Eggington for giving a then unknown killer in Hassan Manquinho a big opportunity on short notice. Eggington's a warrior. He is, man. He'll fight anybody. Yeah, Avenisian's a beast, bro. Avenisian's a beast. I've not seen you here before, bro. Are you new? I've not seen you here before. So if you're new, welcome aboard. Big up to yourself. Yeah, so I support Man United, but I'm a casual now when it comes to football. I'll watch a game every now and again, kind of thing. James Alvarez, views on Fabio Wardley. I think he's the most promising up-and-coming British heavyweight. Plus, he's had 2 camps sparring with Usyk. Yeah, I mean, Fabio Wardley, I don't really rate all that much, to be honest with you. I mean, for a guy who started boxing at like 18, 19, he's pretty good with no amateur pedigree. I mean, the guy's obviously a good athlete. He's a quick learner, but he's got a long, long way to go, in my opinion. He's got a long way to go. We saw that in the Eric Molina fight where he got buzzed. So he needs time. He needs time, but I don't think he's going to get it. I think he's going to be rushed, to tell you the truth. He needs time. I can't wait for somebody to mop the floor with Florian. Oh, come on, man. This chat is a Florian love fest. We love Florian Marku. Yeah, there are some smaller promoters on the small hall scene that could be good shouts for Sky. Yeah, exactly. If you get a few of these guys together, make them work with each other, put on some good domestic fights, could be interesting. I like Florian Marku, but I hope they don't rush him. With what I saw tonight, Avenisian is on another level. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. I would agree, Dritan. Yeah, I would agree. Oh, you're new, man. Big up to yourself. Big up. Fabio Wardley versus Nathan Gorman. Who wins? It's a hard one. I think Nathan Gorman is more technically sound, but he's a big fat lump. You know? He's not exactly the most dedicated, so I'd probably go towards Fabio Wardley, but it's a close fight. Yeah, Florian Marku needs, he's only had like 9-10 fights, so somebody else on the level of Maxime Prodan, and another guy on that sort of level. That's what I think he should do in his next fight, in my opinion. Yeah, Avenisian, fucking hell. Yeah, Avenisian is a much improved fighter. Certainly, Ben would get stopped. I think I would agree. I'm Albanian, but I'm honest. Big up to yourself, G10 man. Big up to yourself. No one in the UK can win versus Avenisian. I agree, especially when you look at welterweight, Conor Benn, Michael McKinson, Amir Khan. I don't think any of these guys beat Avenisian. Oh yeah, he put it on Conor Benn. Florian Marku, he put it on Conor Benn. He kind of said, "Oh, you're a daddy's boy," blah blah blah. I don't get why not make that fight though. It's a fun fight. It's a fun fight. Thanks for respecting my style. That's what I'm saying, Saint. Why don't Sky get the MTK cards? I think what it is, Saint, we know the reputation MTK have. We saw that hit piece by Panorama earlier in the year. I don't think they're going to touch MTK anytime soon, to tell you the truth. I like that, Nordic Warrior. I think Virgil has too much, but it's a good test. See, I like that. I agree. Yeah, Sky, that's what I'm saying, G-Man. But you know what it's like in this country. MTK have got bad publicity. I just can't see it. I can't see anybody in the UK mainstream really fucking with MTK. I just can't see it. I mean, recently, they said that Daniel Kinahan was out of boxing now and not really working with MTK. It's nonsense. Apparently, Daniel Kinahan is now working with Terence Crawford, believe it or not. That's what I've heard. So Big Dan is still making moves. Yeah, it's high risk for Florian Marku, Dritan, but I think it's still a competitive fight. I think he gives Conor Benn some problems with his movement. I would pick Conor Benn, but it's a good fight. Exactly, Padgett. Yeah, that's really the reality. Conor Benn will box for a vacant world title. Remember this comment. Yeah, that's what I've heard. He's working with Terence Crawford. Yeah. Exactly, Fabio Wardley. Yeah, Scotland Yard have invested millions into busting Daniel Kinahan. Yeah, there's not going to be any mainstream UK network that showcases their fights as like lead promoter. Listen, my head says Terence Crawford, my heart says Sean Porter. I want Sean Porter to win. Got a lot of respect for Sean Porter, but I do think Terence more than likely wins. Yeah, I like Virgil, DJ Big Leg. I like Virgil. That guy, man, he's what I want in a fighter, in a young fighter. Every single fight's a slight step up. He comes to fucking fight, have a war. I mean, look at the Kavalauskas fight. He got buzzed in like the second round. Did he run? Did he hold? Did he fuck? He kept on coming forwards and fought fire with fire. I like that, man. He needs to improve in certain areas, no doubt, but he's being matched really well. Good learning fights, and I think he's going to give a lot of guys problems, even right now. I really do believe that. Second round, Assad. Second round. Yeah, he needs a few more fights, no doubt. I'm still amazed. It's still amazing. It's still amazing to me, the whole MTK thing. I've seen a trainer say no mention of MTK in my gym, and yet they sing Don King's praises. Like, what the fuck? So you don't like a company paying fighter, but big up a killer? Yeah, exactly. It is what it is, man. I've not really heard of either guy fucking anybody over in boxing, so. And weirdly, the MTK cards on YouTube, they're actually quite good, to be fair. They're actually quite good. Like, they match their guys quite well. They'll fight prospect versus prospect. I quite like the MTK cards, to be honest. There's not been too many recently, though, but I do like them. Yeah, Mick Hennessy is the nice guy watching his bird get stolen. He's had loads of future world champions. Yep, poor old Mick. React poor decision. Yeah, Marku has our support. I'm a ticket buyer. I come with 10 friends, but I want to watch him win. Yeah, with Conor Benn, it's not worth it yet. You tell me, Fabio Wardley. You tell me. Exactly, G-Man. Yeah, they're always pretty good. When is Ryan coming off his PED cycle after all that's happened recently with that camp? For mental health excuse is very suspect. I said the same thing at the time, Saint. I said the same thing at the time. I think Ryan Garcia will get beat when he truly steps up a bump of K. I would take, so like if you look at lightweight right now, I personally would take Devin Haney to beat Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is a quick-handed counterpuncher. He's very explosive, but I think if you make Ryan Garcia take the lead, I think he'll struggle, and I think he'll struggle with Devin Haney. I think him versus Teofimo Lopez is a bit more of a shootout, but I think Teo is much more technically sound than Ryan. I think Teo knocks out Ryan. I think Lomachenko tunes up Ryan Garcia. The best big fight Ryan Garcia could win is Tank Davis because of the size difference. But I think Ryan will get found out if he fights one of those guys I mentioned. I really do. Just my opinion. I could be wrong. I can see Sean Porter being stopped by accumulation by round 11 or 12. I don't see Sean quitting. I can see a referee stoppage or the corner throwing in the towel. Yeah, I hope you're wrong, man. I got a lot of respect for Sean Porter. So I want to see him at least make the distance. But you could be right, man. You could be right. Yep, Ryan chin stuck in the air Garcia. I just think I think Teofimo will get to him before Ryan gets to Teo. I think Devin Haney outboxes Ryan Garcia. Devin could always get caught in that fight, but I think Devin's a much better technical boxer, and I think Lomachenko tunes him up. I would probably say so. Bump of K, I think Tank more than likely knocks out Ryan. But, Tank can be hit. Defensively, Tank isn't great. And he's much, much smaller. So I think Ryan's got a chance in that fight. But still, I think Tank is more naturally talented than Ryan Garcia. But just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong about Ryan. Okay, Marku's back out in November on Sky. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so I've heard, it looks like he's going to fight Jojo Diaz next, which isn't a bad fight. It's not a bad fight, but he should be fighting Devin Haney. Like, Devin Haney's got that WBC title. Ryan Garcia's been like the number one contender for how long now? And he was interim champion for a little while also, and he's not fought Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia, man, is He doesn't want to fight anybody, Ryan Garcia. He doesn't want to fight anybody. He got put on his ass by a non-puncher. I'll go one step further. Don't be surprised. This might be controversial. Don't be surprised if Devin Haney even stopped Ryan Garcia. I'm not even kidding. I know Devin Haney can't punch that hard, but I don't think Ryan's all that tough. I don't think he's all that durable. I really don't. I think he'll get fucking exposed sooner rather than later if he steps up truly. Just my opinion. See, Jojo Diaz is a weird one for me because I think that guy's got a good natural skill set. He's well-rounded. He does everything well, but he's not a lightweight. He's a fat super featherweight. He started at featherweight. He then went to super featherweight, and he blew the weight in his last super featherweight fight. He's a fat super featherweight, Jojo Diaz. He might give Ryan some problems. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. But yeah, I think Ryan's just a bit too big, a bit too powerful. Haney's much meaner than Campbell. If Ryan hurt Haney like Linares did, though, Ryan might be young and fresh Ryan might be young and fresh enough to finish it. That's true. That's true, Saint. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if he could catch Devin, he's got a chance. But in a boxing match, he can't beat Devin, in my opinion. But again, imagine if that fight got made tomorrow, how hyped would you be? I'd be fucking excited. I'd love to see that fight, but we're no closer to it. We keep on I say we, but like the media keeps on calling these guys the Four Kings. And they've used this term now for like 18 months. None of these guys have fought each other. Duran, the original Four Kings, Duran, Leonard, Hagler, Hearns, these guys fought each other and more than once. And at some point in the early 20s. I mean, come on, man. Calling these guys the Four Kings, man. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Yeah, Tank is the real deal. Great amateur, but they will never put Tank in with the top guys. He could beat all of the top guys. Yeah, Brian, with me, yeah, I've always said to myself, Tank, when you look at Tank at face value, he's got great raw potential. Great raw potential, but I'm not convinced he's the most dedicated. I don't think his matchmaking has battle hardened him for when he really steps up. I think he's needed tougher fights. And I just don't like his attitude, his mindset. But in terms of raw talent, I would agree. I think the guy could go a long way, but I just don't trust everything else when it comes to Tank. The outside the ring antics, putting on weight, being protected by Floyd. I don't think he does him any favors. I really don't. Like, if you had Tank Davis's skill set, but you had like Usyk's mentality, the guy would be so much further ahead. In what sense, Reese? I'm not sure what you mean there. In terms of visible weakness, I think Ryan makes Wilder look like a prime Larry Holmes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jojo has real skills, but he's small, fat, and low work rate. Exactly, official. Exactly. He's not a lightweight. Like, I really enjoyed his fight with Rakhimov. I thought that was a really good technical fight. Really good fight. The guy has skills, but he's not a lightweight. No idea, Al, but he sucks. I didn't rate that guy at all. Yeah, Haney never really sits down on his shots fully. So if he lands on Ryan Garcia fully locked and loaded, who knows? Ryan's durability is questionable as well. Yep. Basically, yeah, BG London. Basically, that's all it is. Yeah, Ryan Garcia thinks he's a superstar because middle-aged gay men follow him. You're basically right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Bump of K. Yep, they need to let Tank off a leash, yeah. Exactly, yeah. Tank has never been in a fight he could lose because they're not stepping him up right. He's not improving fighting cherries, and I believe he'll lose. He's only fought low level competition. Yeah, exactly. Like you can like if you fight bums time and time again as a fighter, you can stagnate and you don't improve. And when you finally step up, you're going to get fucking exposed. And that's what I think is going to happen to Tank Davis. Like after he fought Pedraza back in 2017, whenever it was, that's when he should have been taking tough fights, really improving, keeping sharp. But that's not happened. And when the time comes, I think that guy's going to get exposed. In fact, I think he looked better back then than he does now. I don't think Tank Davis has improved at all. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh yeah, exactly. GB Guthrie. Yeah, it's disrespectful. Yeah, to the original Four Kings. Yeah. Yo, big up to LT by the way. I've heard you on BDA and that man. You bring a fire, man. Big up to LT. Funny dude, man, and he knows his shit as well. Big up to LT. Yeah, big up to Colin as well. A regular. Salute to you, sir. I've been nursing this fucking pint for a minute, you know. Yeah, I think Tank's gonna fight Rolly Romero next. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Now Leo's not a bum, but he's not a lightweight. He's not a 130-pounder either. Like he was too small. Do you know what I mean? Like even at 126, Leo wasn't looking great. He didn't belong in the ring with Tank at all. Oh yeah, ESPN. Yeah, they're as bad as PBC and Sky Sports and Matchroom. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I agree, official. Yeah, I'm thinking now. Jojo and Davis have similar problems. One is just more technical, and the other is more explosive. Yep, exactly. But is Tank gonna fight Subriel Matias? I doubt it. He wants to fight Rolly Romero, all of these spastics, but fight Subriel Matias. See what happens. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Santa Cruz isn't a bum, but he was blown up for Tank Davis. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, yeah, DJ Big Leg, yeah, he's lazy. He needs tougher fights to get him to the next level. It's great having potential, but I don't think he'll ever reach it with Floyd. He's too far. He's far too protected and happy fighting no names. Exactly, and we keep on talking about Tank like he's some 19-year-old kid. He's like 26 now, 27. He's not a young kid anymore. And and when you look at his resume, to me his only real standout win is Pedraza. Yeah, Leo's a good name, but in retrospect, like if you look at that fight for what it was, it's a blown up guy, you know, coming up in weight. So yeah, Tank. I've got no hope in Tank to really improve and fight the fights I want. Basically, as Nordic said, and it's funny you mentioned Dmitry Bivol. He's another one. That guy's level of competition in the last two or three fights hasn't been good. It's not been good enough, and he's not been active. And for me, you're going to see that guy get exposed real soon. Dmitry Bivol. I think that guy's got great technical boxing skill. He's got great feet, lovely jab, lovely movement, wonderful distance control. He's accurate, great punch technique. Like when that guy was coming up, I was so impressed with Dmitry Bivol. And he was being moved well at one point, fighting Pascal, then Joe Smith Jr., Sullivan Barrera. He was fighting good competition, but the last couple of years, he's fought Lenin Castillo and Craig Richards, and he's not fought regularly. And I thought he looked pretty poor against Craig Richards, to be honest. I thought he looked pretty poor. Like I rated Bivol before most people did, but the last couple of years, man, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. I think his career has been stagnated. But there you go. Just my opinion. Rowley's a misunderstood genius. I like Rowley, man. I like his shit talk. I do like his shit talk. He's not that good at all, but I do like his shit talk. He's funny. Oh no, nah. Nikita Ababe is terrible, man. Guy looks like a bootleg Jake Paul. I'd rather watch React Paul, to be honest. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Exactly, Nordic. Yep. Like I saw Bivol on the come up on the Povetkin undercards for Rybinski cards back in the day, and I was hyped back then. I think the guy is a tremendously talented fighter, but he's not been moved correctly. He's not fought regularly enough. It feels like that, Assad. It feels like that. I agree, James. Why is that fight not happening? Why is Joe Smith versus Beterbiev not happening? Because of Joe Smith. I mean, it's a joke, man. That's what it feels like, Fabio. That's what it feels like. And yeah, that's exactly official. That's exactly what it feels like. And again, I'm not hating on Bivol, but I'm just saying the last two performances, in my opinion, haven't been impressive. They haven't been impressive. That's not enough to beat a Beterbiev or even a Canelo, dare I say. It's not enough. It's not enough. And I mean, it's a fucking disgrace, honestly. A guy that talented has been kept on the shelf. I'm not sure what the deal is there. Eddie Hearn basically, I saw an interview where he insinuated that Bivol basically wanted too much money in that current circumstance of like the pandemic. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I'll tell you what, BG London. Craig Richards versus Joshua Buatsi would be a great fight. That'd be a great test for Joshua Buatsi. Like Richards has definitely improved, no doubt about it. He's definitely improved, but like for Dmitry Bivol that fought Joe Smith Jr. would have 12 nilled him. He'd have 12 nilled him, maybe even stopped him. That's a good fight. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I wouldn't mind seeing it. J Rock versus Lubin, yeah. I've always rated Julian Williams in his skill set. I think that guy's got a lot of ability, but his chin, man, he's got that eggshell chin. Yeah, Hearn is wasting a lot of careers and stalling divisions with his maneuvering. He hasn't really built anyone other than AJ. Joe Cordina is a talent, for example, that deserves to be pushed better. Yeah, Tank. Yeah, Floyd keeps calling Tank a star, but he forgets you have to earn it. Even Pretty Boy Floyd took risks, but how people even have Crawford and Tank in pound for pound conversations is a total joke. Both fight cherries, yeah. Yeah, I had that fight 8 rounds to 4, Brian, to Maxim Vlasov. I thought that fight was a competitive fight, but a fight that was relatively easy to score, in my opinion. I felt that fight was a robbery. I felt Vlasov clearly won, and it's a shame because it was actually a good fight that got ruined by BS judging. Gonna go out on the limb here, but I think Richards' left hook knocks Buatsi out. He ain't got a chin, mark my words. I'd love to see that fight. I'd love to see that fight. Exactly, DJ Big Leg. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're going to find out in that fight. How good is Terence Crawford truly at welterweight? We'll see. Yeah, Brian had it 9 rounds to 3. Yeah. Yeah, good test. I mean, Takashi Inoue went the distance with Jaime Munguia, gave it a good go, won a couple of rounds. But I'd imagine Tim Tszyu's going to have too much. Inoue's got a good chin, but Yeah, I've got Tim Zhu. Decent test, though. Decent test. If he could get a knockout, it's a good look. Yeah, Lubin's chin is also bad. Yeah, he's similar, G-Man. Lubin, he's got a lot of ability, a lot of talent, but yeah, he's got that eggshell chin. Dale, in your opinion, who do you wish you could fight like from the fighters currently? It's a hard one. Again, I'm gonna do it in sense of my body type. Like I'm 6'1", 168. I've got a long ass reach. I would say for me personally, somebody like a prime Sergey Kovalev. Long jab, hard right hand, good counter puncher, aggressive boxer puncher. That'd be my sort of go-to. Like a prime Sergey Kovalev. That's what I'd like to fight like. Lubins. I'd say Lubins. Jiho Park. I'd say Lubins. But Marcus Brown's chin is pretty... Yeah, Marcus Brown's chin is pretty bad as well. Marcus Brown is another one, though. That guy's got good talent. He's got good ability, but no chin and no consistency in his performances. Like, he schooled Badu Jack, looked great, and then he gets knocked out by Jean Pascal. It's one of those. I'm in the Buatsi fan club. He's a Marmite fighter right now. Yeah, I mean, with Buatsi, BG London, I like him as a fighter. I think he's fun to watch. And I like him as a person as well. He seems like pretty genuine, down to earth. But I'm not... I think there's a lot of defensive flaws still there. I'm still not entirely convinced by his chin. I think there's a lot of work to do, basically, with Joshua Buatsi. I think there's a lot of work to do. I thought the last fight was perfect matchmaking in Bolotniks. He was tested. He got caught a few times. He went rounds. That was the perfect fight for him. They need to build on that now. You know, they need to build on that now. But I do like Buatsi, though. I do like him. He's good to watch. He was juiced. Yeah, Pascal was on rocket fuel. Yeah. Yeah, he boxed really well against Badu Jack. Yeah. But again, on the flip side, he gets knocked out by Jean Pascal and he gets dropped by Lenin Castillo. So Marcus Brown has always been up and down. He fucking schooled and destroyed Gabriel Campillo, but he got a robbery over Hot Rod Kaladzic. He's so up and down, Marcus Brown. But he's got talent. He does have some ability. That's the impression I get for some reason. I just feel that guy's a knockout waiting to happen. Do you know when you look at certain fighters and you think to yourself, when this guy gets fucking clipped properly, he's gonna go. That's the feeling I get with Buatsi for some reason. I don't know why. Good fight. Good fight. Jason Cunningham boxed really well against Gamal Yafai last time out. My man looked like a fucking white Arislandi Lara. He was boxing so well out of that southpaw stance, and he scored Gamal Yafai. I might lean towards Jason Cunningham. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I've never really been impressed with Brad Foster. I might go with Jason Cunningham. It's a good fight, though. Yeah, I agree, G-Man. My boy Beterbiev, yeah. Beterbiev's gonna fuck him up. Avenisian destroyed Taylor. He did, yeah. He fucked him up, bro. He fucked him up. But yeah, big up to Tin. Salute to yourself. Salute, salute. Okay, so apparently Terence Crawford and Sean Porter is going to be on Sky. Interesting. Again, unrivaled. It makes sense. You know, Aegis is European. Great European title fight. Why the fuck not? Have it in Russia. I'll watch that shit. Yeah, Cunningham boxed really well. He boxed really well in that last fight. Any boxing on tonight after the Avenisian destruction of Taylor? I don't think so, Brian. I don't think so, but don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure there's not, though. There's UFC, but that's really it, bro. Tin says, your other channel is also very interesting. Keep it up. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, thank you. It's going okay on the second channel. By the way, I'm actually going to upload like a bonus video in the next couple of days on the second channel, Tin. Usually I just upload on Fridays. But I saw a new cartel video that was recently released. So I thought, do you know what? Let's do a little fucking bonus video. Why not? Why the fuck not? But yeah, big up to Tin, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. Sky having a 4-year agreement with Top Rank is great, but is it really worth 30 quid a month, especially at stupid o'clock in the morning? Exactly. Yeah, Brian, man, you never sleep anyway, bro. You never sleep, man. You need a couple of early nights, man. I had an early night last night. I was just so drained. It's been such a shit week. So I went to bed at like 9:30 on a Friday. That's crazy for me. That's unheard of. But yeah, I had a great sleep. I still feel okay now, though, to be honest. I still feel perfect. But yeah, man, it's been one of those weeks. It's been a real fucking long week work-wise. A lot of fucking stress. Been one of the most stressful work weeks for quite some time. And as well as that, obviously, what's going on in the UK with petrol and all that shit, you know. I managed to get some petrol the other day, so I'm okay for a minute, but Jiho Park keeps picking Cunningham as well. That year 5 performance was off inactivity as well, so that just shows how good Cunningham's recent form is. Yeah, he can box, man. I'm not sure about that, man. I'm not sure about that. I wasn't paying too much attention, to be honest, Assad. I wasn't paying too much attention. Does Wilder retire if Fury beats him, as he won't get any big money fights if he loses? I don't think so for some reason. You say that, but let's say Wilder loses again. Let's say Wilder loses, but puts on a good performance. That fight with Andy Ruiz would still sell in America. That would still sell, in my opinion. I think it would do quite well. I wouldn't want to, listen, honestly, I wouldn't want him to retire because there's still so many great fights to be made. There's Wilder Ruiz. There's Wilder White. There's Wilder AJ. Let's say AJ loses again. Wilder AJ. I mean, why not? The Wilder Hellenius Kawanaki winner. I mean, I wouldn't really want him to. I wouldn't really want him to retire. Sky Sports is one step above Fight Zone. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. You know, they need to build a stable. Colin, they need to build a stable. They do have money. They do have they can showcase their fighters. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, petrol shortages have been causing some serious headaches. I've loaded my tank with Redex just to get that extra mileage out of it. Yep. Yeah, same Celtic Crusader. Yeah, 6 months free of Sky Sports now with the AJ pay-per-view. Got that free Sky Boxing for a bit. It's $5.99 a month after my freebie. Yeah, not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, Avenisian is he's on a great run of form. Definitely improved. Yeah, no doubt. Could Jalalov shake up the division now? Now he's back from the amateurs, or will he be another Tony Yoka? It's an interesting one. Obviously, he won the gold medal in Tokyo. 6'7" southpaw. He can move. He can punch. He can box. I'll be interested to see who he signs with in terms of like promoter. I would like to see him go to Top Rank personally. I think they would match him the best. But will he take over the division? I think it can certainly be a problem. But I will say, as good as I think he potentially is, I don't rate his chin all that much. But we'll see. We'll see. How much do you rate Arslanbek Makhmudov? Is he ready for the winners of Sanchez Ajagba, Hellenius Kawanaki 2? Or does he need more time to become a full-fledged contender? I think ideally, I mean, he's 32 years old now, Makhmudov. He needs to get a move on. So I think ideally, like the winner of Kawanaki Hellenius 2 would be perfect for him. He needs to get a move on now, Makhmudov. I agree, DJ Big Leg. I totally agree. Conor Bum would get folded like a lawn chair versus Avenisian. Damn club fighter. Yeah, I'd pick Avenisian as well, Duck. I'd pick Avenisian as well. I think it'll be a fun fight, though. I think it'll be fun. But I think Avenisian is just a bit too experienced, a bit too strong, a bit too good. Great fight, Tin. That's a great fight. I actually felt Tony Yoka looked pretty good in his last fight against Peter Milas. I think Filip Hrgović is more sturdy. He's more strong. He's got a better chin. I actually think Tony Yoka's technical boxing skills are better, but I don't trust Yoka's chin, to be honest. I'd probably say Hrgović late KO in that fight, but I'd love to see it. Honestly, yeah, if Tony Yoka had a world-class chin, he would be the best prospect in heavyweight boxing, in my opinion. I think he'd be the best prospect in heavyweight boxing. If I knew he had a great chin, I'd back that guy all the way, because I think that guy's got skills, Tony Yoka. He is a bit similar to Joshua. Yeah, he is a bit. He is a bit similar. He doesn't have the quite... Yeah. I see where you're coming from, Duck. Not quite the same power puncher, in my opinion. But as you said, he's a better body puncher. He's got more variety in his game. And I think Tony Yoka is... I think he does have genuine boxing ability. I think he's got talent. But it's just his chin, man. Like in the amateurs, you always kind of struggled when guys put it on him. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm surprised nobody's tried to make more of Tony Yoka, BG London. I know he's got like a co-promotional deal with Top Rank, but I think he's making good money in France. He's got a big deal with Canal Plus. Yeah, but like I felt Peter Milas. I watched Peter Milas before that fight quite a few times, and he's always been that awkward type. He's a good mover. He's kind of tricky. He's kind of a little bit elusive, you know. I thought that was a perfectly good fight for Tony Yoka against a fellow prospect, you know, and he got rid of him. He did get rid of him, so I thought it was a decent performance, all things considered. I agree, DJ Big Leg. Yeah, I thought he looked a bit fleshy in that fight. He looked a little bit too heavy for my liking. And he's another guy, man. Recently, he's not fought enough, and he's fought bums. He's not been stepped up. I know it's not his fault. Guys are avoiding him, but like you can see it in his game. To me, Tony Yoka Filip Hrgovic doesn't look as dynamic as he did back in the amateurs and even his early pro fights. It looks like he's kind of stagnating. Maybe he'll step it back up when he fights a good guy, but we'll see. He's another guy, Ivan Dichko. When was the last time that guy fought? That guy fights so infrequently. It's crazy. I think he was like an Olympic bronze medalist. 6'7", 6'8", hard puncher. Guy doesn't get fights. It's crazy. You can see why some of these guys don't turn pro. You know, from like Cuba or like Eastern Europe. You can see why some of these guys don't turn pro because they're not going to get fucking fights. Yeah, exactly, official. You see, you know more than me, yeah. So Bob doesn't want to bring Yoka to the US because it would be too costly. Yoka's trapped by the big money deal he has with the French Canal Plus, who wants him to box in Paris, yeah. Is he official? Is he like a big name in France? Like a big name? I wonder how popular he is. You know, because I don't really get a gauge for, you know, how the French people view him. But I do think Tony Yoka is worth following. He's not a prospect I would completely like write off. I do think the guy's got ability and talent. Yeah, Yoka versus Takam makes sense in France. But I heard they're friends, so maybe they won't fight. So, okay. I think Ivan Dichko and Yelusanov are fighting on a card in Kazakhstan. Interesting. Good to see. Good to see. I'm going to type his name in. When was the last time this guy fought? I think it was against Denis Bakhtov, Ivan Dichko. How old is Ivan Dichko now? 31 years old. He's 10-0, yeah. He last fought in July against Denis Bakhtov. But before then, he last fought in July 2019. So, there you go. It's not active enough. Not active enough at all. Yeah, Joe Joyce is the dark horse of the heavyweight division. I know he isn't the greatest mover, but he's got a great chin and has power and stamina, doesn't stop firing punches, yeah. Batra Gaziev is fighting soon. Great prospect and amateur. Will be a world champion, I'm pretty sure. Suited for the pros. I'm not sure whether I've seen him. Let me have a look. Oh no, I saw this guy in the Olympics. Yeah, I saw the Duke Reagan fight. Oh, he's fighting soon as well, actually. He's fighting in October. Interesting. We'll see. Okay, so in regards to Tony Yoka, I don't think everybody knows him, but I don't follow the media at all. But he's well promoted by big TV networks, so I guess more than enough people know him by now. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, George Arias, because he looked like Muhammad Ali. I remember that dude. He was a small heavyweight though. He was like 6 foot. I remember that dude, BG London. I do remember. I remember him. Yeah, he was with Lou DiBella, I think. He was with Ludabella. Yeah, Hergovich, Makhmudov, Yoka, Dichko, Kozabutsky, Anderson, Gassiev, Bakole, or something in the Super Series. Yeah. Yeah, Zan Kazabutsky, another guy who's relatively interesting from Kazakhstan. Southpaw, about 6'3". Good counter puncher, good body puncher for a heavyweight. I agree, Alex. That's what it's looking like right now. It's going to be dominated by Europe, yeah. America really only have Jared Anderson, and I do like Jared. I think that guy does have potential, and I think he's with the right promoter in Top Rank in regards to matchmaking and getting the right fights. But apart from Jared Anderson, obviously you've still got Wilder, but he's not going to be around for long. There's not really too much in the US. Stephen Shaw, he's okay, but I can't really see him doing all that much. But yeah, I'd love to see a World Boxing Super Series with like contenders, Colin. That'd be a great idea. And yeah, the winner gets a Mando spot. That'd be great. That'd be great. Okay, 1 second. And by the way, lads, if you could smash the like, it would be much appreciated. Exactly, Colin. Yeah. I mean, I think the World Boxing Super Series is toast now, to be honest. I think it's toast. Yeah, maybe, Alex, but I think a guy like a Dillian White could be a decent matchup for him. Yeah, I think a guy like Dillian White could be okay, but I think he'll struggle with a big 6'6", like the big dudes. But yeah, I think he can do some. I think Gassiev can knock out some contenders. I think he could. I think he himself could be a top 10 contender if he fights regular. I do remember that. Yep, yeah, but those shitty little WBC tournaments for a title shot, they weren't bad. Guys like Felix Diaz, Chris Van Heerden, Francisco Santana. What happened to that? Yeah, they never. I don't think they finished that tournament. Duck. Big up to Boundless. Nice to see you, Boundless man. Long time no see, man. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're well, bro. Big up to yourself. Yeah, exactly. Official. Exactly. I've got no interest. Exactly. Yeah. Michael Hunter is another guy. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I hate the fact he ducked Hergovich, but I do think that guy is a good fighter. I think that guy can give a lot of guys problems, Michael Hunter. I really do. I wouldn't be shocked, Duck. I wouldn't be shocked at all. I wouldn't be shocked. Oh yeah, that guy was with Top Rank. I think it was Tai Shandong. Yeah, he was awful. He couldn't move out of his own way. He was so bad. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it, Boundless. I've seen it. I've seen it. And I agree. But yeah, big up to yourself, man. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this one up. I've been we've nearly been going for 3 hours now, so that's quite long for me. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll try and do one next week at some point as well. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh yes, Wilder next weekend, isn't it? Yeah, maybe end of next, like Thursday next week, Friday next week, I'll do another stream. But I hope you enjoyed this one. I need to get a couple of bits sorted, and I'm going to have another early night, to be honest. So yeah, man. Peace out, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Smash the like. Much appreciated.